From out on Lake Superior, you look for this, the Thunder Bay, Maine Lighthouse, an entry to the harbor. And we're here in Thunder Bay for the Scotties.
The time is now. Do you want to give them more when the time is now? You've seen the rest now. You want the best when the time is now.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot. Caitlin Laws. Beautiful double.
Oh, look at that.
The time is now. You've seen the rest now. You want the best when the time is now.
Tuesday evening here in Thunder Bay to complete day 5, our coverage of Scotties Tournament of Hearts at the Fort William Gardens, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. This afternoon, teams from Pool A were on the ice, and our feature, Alberta Kayla Skurlik against Saskatchewan and Nancy Martin from Saskatoon. Look at this combination. 1-2, make the double for a pile. Didn't even hesitate. The Alberta champion, watch this. There's the 1, there's the 2, there's the 2, there they go. Count them up. Put 5 on the board. That breaks the game open. That's the shot of the event so far as Skurlik goes on to the win over Nancy Martin. Rachel Holman, 90% game, is a winner over New Brunswick, the reigning Canadian champion. Selena Sturmey, after being off for more than 24 hours, looked very comfortable, well rested. It shows in a 9-4 win. And Krista McCarville, oh my gosh, from Thunder Bay, you've lost 4, and now you've won 2 in a row. So the standings, there they are, Holman top of the table in Pool A. Now you go down to Martin at 3-3. And remember, again, it's the head-to-head records that will determine the top 3 teams that move on. Coming up now on this Tuesday night, it's all about Pool B. And on this Tuesday night, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Thunder Bay. Josie and Russ is over there. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. You know, when these events start, we think, my goodness, will they ever end? But here we are, midway through, and things do happen so quickly.
Do they ever, Vic? Last night we're standing in this exact spot saying that Nancy Martin, she's a contender. Look at how good she's looking. Less than 24 hours later, she's middle of the pack with 2 straight losses.
Our feature game tonight is all Manitoba. Carrie Einarson, 4-time champion against the Alberta champion, Kate Cameron. And I'm wondering still if Einarson is feeling and looking comfortable.
No, she's not. Okay. The rest of the team is. The new front end is surprisingly phenomenal. Val. But Carrie herself, and she's just not quite as comfortable, especially some of those finesse shots. And I truly believe it's not because of the new front end, it's because she's missing that old pair of shoes. She's gone from an old slipper to breaking in a new pair of shoes. And she just sits in the hack on the key shots, not comfortable.
Is that how you feel about us? Pair of old shoes? I just get the feeling. Kate Cameron, second year. Last year, she was a bronze medalist. First year of skipping. Now it's her second, and you feel like she's growing into it.
I do, Vic, and she's looking more comfortable out there. She says it herself. She still prefers third over skip, but this year she's got Taylor McDonald back in the lineup. They've played together for 7 years. They are such close friends. That is a nice security blanket for her, and she's really coming into her own this week with that intensity and that strong play.
Joe and the broken slippers, the old shoes. We'll be back with Kathy when we return on this Tuesday night to Thunder Bay.
They're a great team, and Kate can make those big shots, and we've played her a ton in the past, and we know what to expect. We know that we're going to have to go out there and play our absolute best against them. Looking forward to a good game.
Obviously, they're a really good team, and they've had tons of success here, and lots of respect for those women, and I think you have to play your best through your entire lineup against a team like that, and you just have to kind of hope that some breaks go on your side and you're on the winning side of it.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand. By Home Hardware, here's how. by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada, and by BKT Tires, growing together.
All the games feature teams from Pool B. The only team not playing, first place team, Daniel Inglis, Ontario at 4-1. With the other games, here's Kathy.
Well, Quebec's Laurie Saint-Georges is looking to rebound after this morning, a game that she gave up 5 in one end when she was talked into a shot she did not want to play. Will not want to do that tonight against Newfoundland and Labrador. Krista Black, Nova Scotia is right up amongst the winners and might have been a game that she wasn't as worried about, but Carrie Kalusha this morning upsetting Carrie Einarson. This is a tough, feisty competitor. And Caitlin Laws, they switched up the order this morning. They cannot afford to lose. Caitlin is still throwing last rock, but Selena Negevin now holds the broom at the tee. That worked this morning. We'll see if it does against Scoffin from the Yukon.
Thank you, Kathy. Time to meet the teams now. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Manitoba, the Manitoba champions out of the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg. Or pardon me, the Carrie Einarson team is out of the Kimley Curling Club, skipped by Carrie Einarson, with Kristen Karwacki, Carly Burgess, and Val Sweeting. Lauren Lenentine played this morning. She was always penciled in to play. Now here we go, the Manitoba champions from the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by Kate Cameron. Mackenzie Elias, Brianna Cullen, and Taylor McDonald returns to the team this season at third. Interesting that this afternoon it was all the yellow teams that won the draws of the button. Tonight again, it's all the yellow teams, including Kate Cameron playing the Yellow Stones. She'll have last rock. She has the hammer to get us underway. Carrie Einarson, the lead is Kristen Karwacki.
Line's good. It's running good. It's actually sliding easy.
It's definitely interesting to see the yellow rocks all win hammer on every sheet, but the red rocks always practice first, so they have to break in the sheet. It's a little more work to do to get it up to speed, and then the yellow teams get to go second, and they have a bit of an easier surface to work with. The teams will have to throw equal games with red and yellow rocks, so everyone gets equal opportunity to have that second practice, but definitely an advantage.
Same thing happened this afternoon. It was all yellow hammers.
Okay, line's good.
Max. Yeah. Still think it's close. I thought pretty hot. Seeing like
where? T. Okay, here.
Back 4. Okay, you're right.
T.
Don't see this too much anymore. Instead of going around or throwing a corner,
hard take.
Kate's calling her team to go open side, which makes it a little less stressful for the team with hammer.
Good. Nice. Good job.
All right, let's check the keys to the game. We'll start with Carrie Einarson.
Well, we touched on it in the opening. Carry some confidence. Carrie has to sit there and say, look, I've won the Canadian Championship 4 times, and let's play like it. They're just not quite meshing. And attack with Val. Val Sweeting, as usual, 6% ahead of Taylor at the third position. That's where you make your move.
Yep. Yes, Carly.
Hard. Yep.
Normal.
Right to it.
10. 10-4.
Good.
And the keys now for Kate Cameron.
10-5.
Well, Kate Cameron's team is coming off of 2 blowout wins. I would say don't wait. They're obviously somewhat comfortable out there, and Carrie Einarsson's coming off of a 65% game. You want to put some pressure on her, and of course that battle at third. They need Taylor McDonald to stay toe-to-toe with Val so that they can put that pressure on Carrie.
Clean.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Purex
9-5?
bathroom tissue.
I got 9-5.
It's pure comfort.
Okay.
Okay, you got it. Yeah.
Third
4
down,
sheets
it
in
should be
play
okay.
here at the Fort William Gardens. Our game is on sheet B. And Carly Burgess throwing the second stones for Carrie Einarson.
Hair big. Close. Close. 10-5.
Curl. Straight. Yep.
Sweeting
Hard.
trying to hold up the curl now.
Hard.
Trying to get this roll in behind their own, and it makes a move that way, and then maybe has a little bit tucked.
What was the weight? Just bump. Sounds good. You got it. Be fast here.
Pretty good, though. These are the spots that you can run over some pebble down the center and number 1 and tick the guard.
It's also always a question for the thrower. Is it up to speed in here? Weight comes off. These can tend to overcurl.
Clean. Little big
Please. Yep. Yep. Hard for the roll. Hard for the roll. Anything, Ken.
Brianna Cullen comes into the team as it went through some changes with Kelsey Rock leaving the team.
Good sweep. Got it.
Carly Burgess comes to the team, of course, after the former Jen Jones team with Chelsea Carey just sort of fell apart. And again, trying to roll it in behind, doesn't get there.
Do you ever like that?
Yeah, you'll be above key.
5 rock rule, of course, 10
there.
ends.
Which
38
one?
minutes thinking time, just the one
I don't
60-second
like that,
timeout.
that's
No
all.
tick rule. Putting that center
Same
line
way.
guard
Pete,
on the
do
center
this
line
way. Big
till the
spine.
Yeah, if you roll
fifth
big,
has
it's
been
okay.
played.
10-8.
10-8. 10-8. Same weight.
Former U Sport or CIS
Yep. Whoa.
champion
A little big.
Whoa then. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
at the University of
Yep,
Alberta.
Jake. Yep. Yep. Hard.
11.
Hard. Hard. Little flop. Little flop. Little flop.
Good call.
Okay.
Interesting play, isn't it? There's a lot of intern inside outs like this, and a lot of
Well.
outside in, but it's all in that same general area. Boy, Val's been really consistent for so many years.
Heavy. A little big. 9-7.
Yep.
9-7. Yep.
Yes. Really hard.
Pretty good pull on that side, isn't there?
Good.
Curled well.
Nice gradual curl the whole way.
10-5.
10-5. Got it. Feels nice. Okay, up to speed.
Choose the turn that curls. You can use the sweepers to do either thing, keep it straight or help it curl a little bit more. The super straight side, if it floats out, there's not a lot you can do with it.
Whoa.
Taylor McDonald returns
Yep. 10-2.
to the team
Yep.
after giving birth to a son, Brock.
Hard.
So that's that little bit of a security blanket, as you said maybe earlier, for Kate Cameron. They've been together for 7 odd years.
So fast there.
And Taylor was here last year. She came and played the role of alternate. She came out during timeout, so she was definitely in the mix, but it's
I like this.
different to have that support on the ice with you.
9-7. Good speed. So good.
0 ice taken here. I know it's Val's out turn, but that's not a ton of ice for like a 10-second hit.
Clean.
How straight this side is.
Carly Burgess.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You're getting it.
No one's been able to get in behind. Well, certainly not Einarson.
Okay. Yeah,
11.
good. Okay.
Like 10-8. That's what Brianna was.
Good throw. Yeah, I didn't do much here. Holding here.
Got it.
True for
Yeah.
speed.
It did.
Kate's going to try for the roll here, get under cover, try to get a 2 set up late this end. Didn't want to play the roll earlier in the end because it would have been lower in the house, closer to the button or even behind the tee line.
Close. Curl.
Curl.
Curl. 10-5. Okay, whoa, straight.
Curl.
Straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. This looks hard.
That's
Curl.
not good,
Curl. We gotta stick it out.
31%. You'd like to be at around 50 or higher.
Right out. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
I
going.
remember
Keep
earlier
going.
today, the Holman team, the Canadian champions, are up in the 70% range for last rock conversion. And unable to hold the shooter there, so a free one here for Einarson.
She got some finish, so I think there should be really close. Yeah, I like that.
Really misjudged that one. They yelled early. They're trying to roll inside. They yelled and it didn't even stay hitting high side.
Okay, this is an opportunity here.
I think only plow.
You said about comfort, Russ, for Carey.
Yeah, we were thinking like
How
4,
important
8,
is this first draw given this opportunity?
Well, it might not change the outcome of this game, but for her psyche, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Her very last shot in this event came up quite a bit light. She missed the fast stuff in an extra end trying to bury one against Northwest Territories. So this is her next shot. You just, as an athlete, you want to make this so bad.
You can plow this.
Arrow down, I thought.
Little light!
Go ahead!
Yep, hard. Hard. Yep, where are we? Stay close.
Line's great.
Top
Yeah,
eight,
line,
keep
yeah,
going.
line.
Hard line.
Karwacki
Wait,
left,
God.
Burgess
Top four
right.
line. Top four.
Hard line.
Here, Sweeting, you've got to get it by that one, and they won't.
Roll it in.
And it will spill in.
Hey. What was that?
Just about perfect speed. I don't know whether she got a fraction narrow or it just didn't have enough ice. That was nearly perfect.
And there wasn't panic early out of her hand on line.
But that looked like that curled. I'm not going to trust that line well.
I don't think
that
yours will.
she might have got that going. Okay.
There you
She
go.
gave there. I think that's
pretty
close.
close.
Like she wasn't even close, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's really close.
Okay, you got it.
This is just the second
get on
time
that?
these two teams have met this year. You would think they would play
I got a
more
4-5.
coming from Manitoba, but they met just the first. And there again, I'm talking about something, but they played in the Saville Grand Prix in Edmonton in a round-robin game. Einarson was a 7-6 winner over Cameron Einarson. Einarson would go on to win the event. And or did you not play in that?
I think I did.
Yeah, you did. So you won the event. Congratulations.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. So that was one of your two events with her, was it not? Didn't you play two events?
I did, yeah. Back to back after almost a year and a half off. I'll tell you one thing, it didn't feel great the next week.
Take it.
Boy, isn't it interesting, Kate Cameron, in looking at
Line's good. T-line.
Carrie Einarson. She wasn't even close. Was her answer? I mean, just
Kate's very blunt. She always has been.
Yeah.
You don't have to question how she's feeling. You know.
Top board. Wide open. Go, Cat.
Nice aggressive call here. You could obviously hit the enemy rock.
Cullen and Elias. And around they go. What a beauty.
Really good
To the
sweep.
top edge of the four and undercover.
Really finished in there.
Yeah.
I thought I
Took his
took
time.
everything.
If you're not a confident player, you're hitting that top red one. So that tells you something right off the bat. Nice shot.
Wide open. Go, Cat. Go, Cat. Hard. It's really good. Keep going. Keep going. Push.
Key here too. She didn't overthrow it. She used her sweepers. Don't want to slide deep there and leave a freeze for Carrie.
So immediate pressure on Carrie Einarson here in the first.
Okay,
she
let's go.
crashed with her draw and now is left with this.
This is her absolute bread and butter, in my opinion. The out-turn hit at any speed. She's good at it, except this week she's 68% so far with the out-turns.
Final stone for Einarson.
Whoa. Clean. Yes.
Now Burgess.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Karwacki watching this, got it, and she does. Well called, well managed.
Yeah, very good.
Good. I don't think we can hit
Early, that just backed it up there.
These peel weight shots and a fresh line first end, you usually expect them to come up a little extra, so they just overcalled it by a hair. Did the job though.
Cuts it down, leaves Kate Cameron with a draw 4-2 to start her off here on a Tuesday night.
10-5 is we're finishing so late, so I don't see this doing.
No.
Oh, she's going to play the split.
Keep everyone on it. You got it, Kate.
Oh, I
I think
apologize.
they're
I'm
gonna-
sorry. Wrong color.
they're
I
gonna blanket her
apologize.
there.
No, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I had.
Look how tight the ice is.
I'm trying to keep two Manitoba teams.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Again, about a half an inch ice for this hit and roll out.
Nice shot. Very nice.
There we go. Great shot by Carrie Einarson to get herself out of trouble. Where are we? Hey. Tuesday night, our continuing coverage of the Scotties, the Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. And our feature, Carrie Einarson, number 2 in the country, qualified as the number 1 team of the 3 from the Canadian team ranking points. out of Gimli against the Manitoba champion from the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg, Kate Cameron, ranked number 6. And after the blanket one, Cameron once again has last rock, has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. In goes Einarson, up goes the corner from
This
Cameron.
side's quick. Yes, very. You got it.
So two really defensive ends from Kate Cameron. The first time, instead of going around the center guard with hammer, they went open side, tried to keep it simple. This time there was a nice shot in there by Einarson. They hit it, rolled to the corner, and played the delayed corner. They're both low risk, not wrong, but low risk ways to skin a cat.
A little bit. Easy. Curl a bit. If you can. Nice throw. You can get around. I think. Maybe not. Yeah, it's big. Good. Draw to the button. 5-5.
So for Einarson, again, the reminder here is short 8-game round robin. It's head-to-head that determines who will advance. And when you look at who she's lost to, St. George, Galuja, now she's playing Cameron. Look who she finishes again.
Yeah, 2 in a row. And the Cameron, we know they're good. Black's on fire, 3-1. Caitlin will, no matter what her record is going to be really tough there too. And all 4 of those games, you just, it's very possible that Einarson could lose any one of those, and she loses maybe 2 of those, she's out.
Yeah, and I mean, in one of those is Inglis, Ontario, who's leading the pack at 4-1.
Right. Yeah, we talked about it before with, the Holman pool at home, right? But this pool is really up for grabs.
I like the SAT. Top 4. Easy then.
The other side of the coin, though, for Team Einarson, they do control their own fate here because of that all-important head-to-head.
True.
Pretty much need to win out at this point, but they could put themselves in a good position that way, too.
That loss, though, today to Perry Galusha by Einarson, that really hurts. I mean, I know, all respect to every team, but there are some of you pencil in and go, okay.
You got it.
Yep.
Brianna Cullen.
Left arm, you can go. Top 12.
Hey, wall for line. Wait.
Top 12.
Yep. Whoa. Can't bounce on this.
Top
Take
12
off.
for light.
Where?
Easy. Top 12. Top 8.
Yeah, line now.
Top 8.
Yep.
We're there.
Hard. Go, Kens. Go.
Push.
Hard.
Yeah, buddy, little more.
Hard.
Good sweep. 16. Wow.
Kate Cameron said that to me earlier today when we chatted. When she saw the pool and saw the game, she went, oh my. She knew there's probably 5 or 6 legitimate contenders there. So now she's at 3-1, lost to Laws. But tonight, Einarson, look what she's got. Inglis, #1 in the pool. She's also got a contender in black. And we know that Scoffin had really come up. Her game is really good. And on any given day, she may pull a surprise.
Haley's made some beauties all week. No, it's going to be a photo finish, Vic, for sure. And a couple of very good teams aren't even going to make playoffs.
I got it. New pass. We're in a back 4.
And you notice that, in the 63 for Cameron, it's because she had a new team and she wanted to get out and play a lot. And I think part of the reason they didn't play as many, Einarson played mostly the Grand Slam events, is because she also had players coming in and going, and it was sort of a revolving door.
Even hit and roll all the way. Like
Nice little series of freezes made that one. They wanted to come around everything, I believe, for us, trying to get to back button, and just got caught in an outside line.
That's what I was seeing.
Yeah, back button would have been hard
I don't know
to
that
remove.
this is the worst, but
Okay. Yeah, just 11-5.
like 11.
Okay, probably gonna feel closer to hack.
I think you got to be smooth.
Yeah, I'll think hack.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
it. We can hold it for you.
Okay.
Chance at a big score. It's that red on the center line, top 4, that's going to be the hard one to get out.
Whoa.
I held on to that.
Close. 11. Close. Whoa.
So these two, we have to remember now that Taylor McDonald is the import out of Edmonton. And it was Cameron who used to be the import going to Alberta. And all those years that she played with Laura Walker and then Casey Scheidegger. And that's where the relationship with McDonald started. And now they've become sort of fast friends, of course. But Cameron as well, as you look over the shoulder, there's Glenn Howard is here as the coach. It was expressed to me earlier this week. Lisa Weigel and Kate Cameron believes it is going to happen too. More and more you're going to see teams revert back to centralized teams that imports may not play as predominant a role.
It's really got a curl to chop off this outside red.
Keep going. Okay, sorry, Val. Good wait. Yeah.
The only thing is, Joe, when you
Sorry, I just thought
if you limit your search to just your immediate area, now it's a little more difficult because you're not the only one searching.
But I never really
That's
wanted
why
to
the
disrupt
import
this.
has actually developed.
Yeah, trying to make the best team possible, but also balancing, like you said, having that team practice, especially when the rest of the world is centralized wherever they're training.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Val kind of got caught there. She over curled on her first. It came up late. That one had the right weight and it ran dead straight on them.
It wasn't close on line, was it?
Probably 10.5.
Close. 10-7.
Yellow onto red, I think.
Yeah.
Hard.
Whoa. Back. Whoa. 10-7.
It's heavier.
Curl. Get up. Curl.
Brianna Cullen.
Curl hard.
Here we go.
Okay.
And we'll get rid of one.
Okay.
But now that little yellow combination on the right.
Yes, it went from, if it rolls a little less, then Cameron can use it. Now I think Einarson can get through that port, albeit a small one. N2, you're just not quite sure.
I might be able to play for right now, actually.
I think so.
Two choices. You can hit and roll to your own,
Like firm.
or you can probably sneak by that yellow guard, make the double.
If they're calling firm weight here, just take the guesswork out of it a little bit.
Makes some sense.
Run it through that port.
Kind of speed.
I think you can high side this enough to make the double.
I like that. Yeah. You got it, Carrie. Let's make it. Let's make it, Carrie. Go after it.
Isn't that something? This is her 8th Scotties. Never lost 2 in a row.
Whoa. Close.
Same day. So she lost earlier today to Territories and Galusha. All on its own. Don't even touch it. And they'll get it. Wow.
Very, very nice shot.
You know, there it's funny. You know, the panic you could hear from Carrie Einarson, but they listened to Val Sweeting.
That's so close.
Really good throw. I didn't think you could roll that far over you. That's basically buried.
Val didn't say a word, basically. You didn't hear her. It was all her. Carrie Einarson's yelling.
Don't know if this is the first one.
I think we're going to see a little
Val was looking for clean.
Yeah, I think so.
Just a hair.
Kathy.
Well, a wonderful split by Lori St. George on her final stone. That's why she got 3 in that opening end. And Nova Scotia, Christina Black with a hit really led by a wonderful hit and roll by Jill Brothers early in the end. That got them 3. And Caitlin Laws throwing last rock but not calling the game, scores 2.
Hopper on.
Okay. What are you throwing?
Feel. I think this is going to curl a sniff.
Yeah, we'll see that too. You got
Kate
it.
impresses me strategically. Like a lot of teams would be trying to open it up, try to worry about that buried rock. She's going for 2, maybe 3. If she could ever stick this angle raise, albeit difficult.
Back it up, you got it. Go, 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 go. Go, Brianna, go, 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 go. Okay. Good. That's right. Okay.
Dear.
What do you think?
I'm thinking second shot is yellow. This is from
second and third.
Right there. It did.
That's what I thought.
It's close.
Yeah, second and third, actually.
So if that's true, Einarson's better make one, right? You've got that angle again.
They're close. I think they're all pretty close, but I think we have to get another one in here regardless.
Yeah, for sure. I think like right in between the two, where you had the yeah.
I think there should be really close then.
These are the ends. I always had my most success in the second end, where Carrie can't be positive with the speed here.
Val, do we ever just tap that one? 2 inches?
This one? Well, you'd have to get it here.
Yeah.
She just has a triple.
Because even if I bury here, she just has that dunk dunk. Like, do I ever just tap this straight to here?
Yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah.
I think that you play here. I think you just make the draw.
Okay, give
I
me
think
there,
it's
then.
easier than the tap.
I think, so speed like 15-ish?
For a little heavier, I think 14.5 here is close.
I think. Are they guessing a little bit?
They are. They are.
Straight draw around? Yes.
It's just a new spot.
Let us know if it's like there.
Yeah, but if that's not
Okay,
there.
we're
Yeah.
thinking
You could almost play the same if she doesn't get one. Yes, yeah. If she's light, I'm for sure playing that. Yeah.
You gotta carry. Go after this. Let's go.
Yep, you can go early. Go early. Hard.
All right,
We're
top
holding.
4.
Burgess,
Perfect.
right.
Holding
Line.
Top
Kind
4.
of wacky left.
Line's great.
Wait only.
T, top 4.
Great. Yep. Wait only.
Top 4.
Got to come through the hole.
14.5 right here.
Curl it.
That works. Now how far can you carry it? There's the brush. They want full 4. Oh, goodness. What a guess that was.
2 good ones, Carrie.
There you go.
That's just
Good.
really.
Nice to stay up at the end. Top 4.
That has to be a confidence builder right there.
Top 4.
That was a tough.
14.5 right here.
Curl.
Really well managed by the sweepers, too. The call was tight on line out of the hand. They knew it wasn't heavy, so they could go heads down on it, kick it out wider. A great spot. Kept it above the tee line, too.
Like there's no other draw even. Like we could cut them down to 1, I guess, and draw, but I only have this much space.
Yeah.
It's not much easier. This is, the angle's not there for that. That's really hard as well. I think we're playing this straight back. It's almost right on the beak, isn't it?
I think so.
To kill them all. Do you like it?
Yep.
Out turn. Scary though. We can't ever not. Or same shot, kill one for sure. I mean, it is there to kill both.
Yeah,
Probably better result then. Do you like that?
Yeah. Raising the yellow in pays better dividends, doesn't it?
Thin half.
Yeah, and they just saw it, too, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like just right to the face,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think right there, and I'll aim a
I
hair
know what
wider
they're
too.
saying. It's a tricky
That's
double.
like a
but
broom more, right? Yep.
I think if you hit the top 4-foot
risky to run the
rock at
red and
11
never push
o'clock,
off the
you'll
bar.
make the double, and you might even roll over and get that other red
I
one.
think this is the way, and then try to at least connect on one.
Yeah.
There is a way to get both.
You just saw this too.
I gotta aim a hair wider.
Something about a steal
Yeah,
of 2,
gotta
eh?
do.
Like if you just give up one, it's like, I got hammer.
You got it.
Right now it is Einarson sitting 2.
Yep.
Final stone here. Kate Cameron trying to angle this one back.
You got it. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Cullen trying to hold the line. McDonald is calling line. Here we go. Here we go.
Get it,
Here we
get
go.
it,
Got
get
it.
it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, goodness.
Pistol.
Oh, great Kate. With a wonderful shot here in the second. And now look around.
So you thought it was that?
Yeah.
And another look.
For sure.
And they'll measure. So 2 she has.
They thought that was us before, so didn't think it'd go for fun.
Didn't think I'd call it
They
right.
did hit it. Watch this at just 11 o'clock. Perfect.
Really good sweep.
Yeah,
Really good sweep.
Get it!
Get it, get it.
But what does that say about someone like Cameron, who's just now very comfortable, Russ, with the ice? I just you can just feel it. There's no question.
Oh, what a turnaround.
I think so far this week, if we pick on these 2 skips, that's the difference. One's comfortable,
Yeah, like, try
one's
to
not
connect on
yet.
one. Don't trip.
What a shot that would be.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Has 2 now. Measuring for a third.
Keeping in mind, too, Vic, if you don't make a good effort there, you give up 2.
Go 2 in again.
Yeah,
2 in again.
Sure. Frozen or space? Like top button and top 8 or frozen?
Is it close so you don't have?
I think it's
Decide to be a little deeper
Yep.
or a little higher.
Yeah. Probably could have just swept it back, but. Okay, sure.
Yeah, tighten it up a little bit more.
The idea there being just the higher you get that dial to go, the easier it is to see the differences.
Easier for everybody. Just 4.5.
Okay.
There we go. 3.5, pardon me.
And 3/4? Sure. Almost to the 4.
Has 2. Oh, no question. It's 3.
That one?
3's worth a high five.
Wind it up. Yeah,
It's a midway round robin on this Tuesday night here in Thunder Bay. Welcome back. Our continuing coverage. The Scotties, the Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. Kate Cameron, wonderful shot to pick up 3 after the measure. So for the first time in the game, it is Carrie Einarson out of Gimli, the 4-time Canadian champion, 20, 21, 22, and 23. That does have last rock, has the hammer playing the red stick.
How deflating for Carrie Einarson, too. She made a wonderful come around in a spot thing where it's just an educated guess at best. And Kate doesn't do a good job on that one. They get their deuce. It's a 5-point swing in that shot.
No, tight. You're right. Very tight. Slip-in's okay.
You come off a game where you struggle and you lose in an extra end. Then she made that peel through the port, almost a perfect draw. I mean, she's not playing bad, and down 3.
Down 3.
Room length.
It's that mental grind of these championships. You have to park what happened earlier in the day, or earlier in the round robin, but it's just so hard. You feel that emotional hangover sometimes, and you need that momentum. And right now, I think they have to score 2 this end to get it back.
I agree, because it's, you're playing a really, really good team, and now you have to beat them by 4.
Tighten that up. It's just very lateral.
Well, Coach Reed Crothers said he hasn't really seen an end yet in their 2-2 record, where they've put 8 good shots together.
And you get weeks like that.
And that doesn't help either. Scoring 2 or more when you have last rock. 14th in a field of 18.
Okay, that was crafty. That's okay. I think I could throw pretty similar.
I heard my brother Glenn say to them after the 3, let's go in, but keep them about 3 feet apart. And that's exactly where they ended up going, the first 2 rocks.
He was a late addition to this team after Team Carey disbanded. Kate said that he wasn't at the provincials. They added him in after they won the title. And she said obviously they'll use his brain for strategy, but she told him, you can tell me anything. And so they're utilizing a lot of his experience this week.
It's like a foot tight on the end. That's good.
Okay,
That's a
fine.
good spot. Yeah. Great weight. 5-6.
Touch less.
Well, a great start for Quebec, Kathy, as they picked up 3 against Newfoundland, and so far winless. Skip Brooke Godson.
Well, for Brooke, she's facing 3, but Loy St. George gave her an opportunity. Loy was a little bit light on her first and came deep on her second. All 3 of the Quebec counters are behind the tee line, and so doesn't have to tap anything back. Brooke, I'm talking about.
Right on
looking
the
for
tee.
the 4-foot.
Right on the tee.
Good. One.
From the St. John's Curling Club, the Remax Center, Brooke Godsland.
High. Nose probably takes this guy.
That's good,
which
too.
isn't bad. Just throw like a normal. Okay.
You got it, Carly. You got it.
Interesting call here.
Carly Burgess.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Kristen Karwacki.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
There we go. So, you know, that's at 8 shots, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think about it. There you go. Yes, that's one that doesn't work.
Yes. A little bit. I've watched this team, a couple spiels. And, oh, here we go, Vic.
Thank you. Kathy, there you go. Galusha against Black. He's watching.
Christina jammed on playing a double on her final stone. So she is shot, but it is now open for Carrie Galusha, who is second shot for Carrie, looking to get to the nose. Has to be really careful to not over curl. She only has one lonely red stone in play, but a nose hit would be for 2.
Whoa. Clean. Two red?
Nicely done.
Lovely. Under the Yellowknife Curling Club, 18th appearance at the Scotties, and this will be her last.
You got it. That's pretty
As
true.
she's announced that she is going to retire from the game. Taylor McDonald.
T-line. Whoa. Close
Top
for line.
four.
Off.
Top
Close
four.
for line.
Top 4.
Whoa. Curl.
Top 4, T.
Curl.
T.
Curl, I hear you. Keep going. You gotta stay there. Can't roll off. Okay. It's not the worst. 3-7.
The angles look good, Joe, for something?
Yeah, just with
Yeah, they were looking to get more curl there to not leave this double.
Mm-hmm. Not sure why Einarson went over and hit that double peel with Carly, but it now might work out here.
Anywhere thin.
Just try to miss your own red, and you've got an easy double, and they're all snuggled almost behind.
Dropping in on Manitoba Laws against the Yukon Scoffin.
And Scoffin just made a really nice double. Count them 5 is what Caitlin faces. Playing the nose hit.
Hitting too.
Yeah, I know it's not without risk, but draw weight has been a struggle.
With a record of 2 and 3.
This is risky, so I don't love that.
Ranked number 5 in the country, was number 2 coming off the points ranking to qualify, and that will work. Pick up a single.
Caitlin knew she had the catchers over there, so she protected on the high side.
Taylor McDonald.
Stay close, Brianna. Stay close. T-line. Yep. T-line.
Yes, line.
Line only.
Brianna Cullen.
Wait's really good.
Yep.
Wait's really good. Top 4.
Head never moved.
Just here. Line's great.
Snuck a peek there.
Go, guys. Go. You got a good second. Go. Good. Decent separation.
Wow.
Really good.
Wow.
Good.
Cullen.
I got 49 seconds.
What a great brush.
I thought they might play the red double because of the scoreboard, but really good throw.
Kate made a good point. It's just dangerous. If it had overcurled, it would jam on the yellow back 4.
Yes.
Just here. Line's great. Yep. Go.
It's a nice finish at the end. This is fully buried around a rock that's biting the 12-foot.
It's a great effort.
Seems to be weight sensitive to me there, Russ. There on its own doesn't seem to want to come
Right.
up.
Now that red one can be raised now.
Val Sweeting. There you go. Got one. Oh, and just drives it by. Shot rock back edge of the 4.
Almost.
Kate Cameron. To me, right there, prior to the game, weight sensitive.
Yeah.
That's
what she thought?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay. So Gabe Ken's there. First one down, really snapped.
Okay.
I think this is going to be really close.
I like it.
As long as we're edge to edge, I don't think it's the worst.
Sure.
Right there.
Yep. You got it.
You know, we talk often, Russ, ice makers have their tendencies, and now ice makers learn from other ice makers and learn from this one. That has always been, to my mind anyway, something about ice made at Canadian Championships by Canadian ice makers. Throw it, a little much, you won't catch the break. It's that sensitivity allows, and I think that's a tendency of most Canadian championships.
Yeah, ideally that's what you want to. You want the curler to earn it. You don't want to be able to pitch it 3 inches wide and let it come all the way back. At the start of the week, though, in fairness to the athletes, it was way too straight. I think a few of them started playing around with the releases, getting a little softer release, a little less rotation, and now all of a sudden they've got to go back to. It's reminds me of a golfer. You go to the Britain for 2 weeks for the British Open, and you're hitting these knockdown shots, and it changes your swing.
Mackenzie Elias. Here we go again. Has she got this figured out? Oh, not quite.
Okay.
And does it spin? Yeah, it does spin for second shot.
Just.
Well, she certainly had it figured out in that first, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, close on her first one, which helped, and that's why I think they decided to take this on, because you miss this, you're 2 down. Just could not hit this in a better spot for 3. Unbelievable. Breaks the game wide open here.
1-2 and a measure for 3. And that comes in the second. And the 3-0 lead as we play here in the third. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
Confidence is so hard to explain to people, but Kate was pretty close on the first run back attempt, so that's why I think she was so successful the second time.
Yeah, to carry. They're good. Yeah.
Chance here for Einarson to play a little hit and flop. I think they could sit shot. It'll be close.
Certainly second and third, yeah.
This isn't really lined up great.
Yeah.
Carries over, throwing a few of these, just enough, and then we talk about weight sensitive. That extra pound of weight, you're about 2 inches straighter.
10-7.
That's all it takes in a shot like this.
11. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Burgess.
Hard.
Oh, they did well to hold it for her. And yes, it will be. And under cover, it is the Shot Rock 4-foot tee line.
Her weight was good.
Carey's making everything here.
Nice.
Didn't think you could roll that far.
Oh, it's moving in that spot. They yelled a little heavy out of her hand. Kate rubbed on the guard too.
Yeah, just like 3-4 feet less. We scrubbed the whole way, so it should be 3-step. Okay. Yeah,
The way those red yellows at the top of the rings are framed, you might be able to use those as a guide and actually get shot rock here. It is curling.
Kate Cameron in her last. So we play here in 3.
Five close.
I think you can
Wider
go, Ken.
pass. Yep. Your wider pass.
Yep.
Wider pass.
Yep.
You got room.
Oh, you go
Brianna.
Curl.
Elias.
Brianna.
Line's
Now
through.
Cullen.
Brianna, go, push. Go. Gotta be fully.
Hard, buddy.
Fight the four. Go, Brianna, go, push. Everything you got. Go. More.
Oh, and
Good.
Almost shot.
they get it to the 4. It is not
So close.
Shot Rock. Still belongs to Einarson.
Did the job though. Blocks the draw for 2.
hard
It's going to
2.
force Einarson to the other side. Play the tap probably. I don't see it finishing enough to get
Do you like that?
No.
Like back line's
Overburied.
probably like a
Great throw.
13-3.
And that foot light as opposed to foot heavy makes a big difference.
This is tough.
I think for the tap like a 13. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like that.
Heard in other games the houses are a little bit dead, so you got to throw a little extra weight Just don't want to take too much ice here. You want to keep the sweepers involved.
And when you're playing a raise with sandpapered stones, the rock you're raising most of the time doesn't have any rotation, very little, so then it grabs.
So it was prior to yesterday's games that the stones were sharpened.
He's good. Easy, easy, easy. Hair up! Whoa. Whoa. Girls! Please!
Final stone here in 3. Has one.
Hair big.
Burgess. Now Karwacki. Here we go. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, how that helps. That really does help for 2.
I'll take it.
Nobody asks how. They just look at the scoreboard. And that is for a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize.
And it is a fab 4 in a row for Team Canada. And you know, considering all the changes, you look at winning in the Tour Challenge with Donegan. There's Joe winning in Edmonton in another qualification. So you qualify and make some money. The only one was the PointsBet Invitational early in the season with Laura Walker. We were chatting earlier as we welcome you back on this Tuesday night. It is 3-2. Cameron leading Einarson in this Battle of Manitoba, and it is Kate Cameron that does have the last rock, has the hammer, playing the Yellowstones here in 4. And so you've lost your entire front end, we know that, in Harris, as well as Shannon Burchard. So these 2 new lead and second, although Karwacki was around and knows the routines. But it's how those other 2 would deal with Einarson in her pre-shot in that routine. Can Karwacki, can Burgess find that comfort with the skipper?
Yeah, and I think part of that is just time. You know, she had her previous front end for 6 seasons. That's a lot of games lived together and battling through performances. And how do you support your skipper after a miss? How do you get the most out of each other in every game? And these things take a long time, and you can't expect someone to jump into the lineup and know what their teammate needs. I mean, when I played with this team, I had so much fun obviously being out there again, and 25% of the time you're throwing a rock, and that felt okay. But the part that was tough was when there was a miss. How do you get the most out of each shot? How do you support the teammate through that?
And that just takes time. That's the exact right answer.
And Reed Carruthers said that when Carly Burgess did join the team, they did some simulations. They practiced, and they were trying to get her in tune with what Carrie wants. Whether it's the right words to say, what are you trying to convey? So they did try and work on it, whether in fact it comes immediately or, as you say, it's just over time.
And obviously great intention, and kudos to them for going through those motions, but it's just there's something different about actually playing in the championship, that emotional mental turmoil, that it's really hard to recreate that in practice.
You can't. Yeah, it's totally different.
I mean, for us who've been around it for a while, I think of Chelsea Carey and Jocelyn Peterman. What did we hear before every shot that Chelsea would throw?
Trust it.
Trust it. You got this, Chelsea. Trust it. You got this, Chelsea. I mean, there's just those little trigger words, those trigger phrases, and you wonder if, in fact, Karwacki, who's been there, and Burgess have that yet.
Yeah, and kudos to Brienne and Shannon too all those years. You know, if your skipper's, let's say, maybe a hair heavy on a few draws, then you might say something like, we can get it there, skipper, or this lane's a little quicker, or you can really help each other out there. And I think it'll take the new front end a little bit of time to help the skipper, but she's making shots tonight.
And sometimes it's as if teammates can read each other's minds.
Yeah, yeah.
Shot rock does belong to Einarson. You don't want just throwaway words, though, I would think to me, Joe. You just wouldn't want somebody just to say something for the sake of saying.
No, and it's all what the player needs. I mean, you hear with Rachel, there's how are you throwing it? There's Chelsea had trust it.
Yeah.
I've heard someone say lock in. There's people have their cues.
There we go. Drives it right by.
Tried to sneak the
And
red
it
one
is
back.
Cameron that does have last rock.
Good, Val.
But I mean, regardless, look what she is. Always in contention, right? I mean, last year was the off year, all the turmoil and everything else that goes with it. Question now this year, if she can find a way to get through. This is her off year, if there is such a thing. So far, anyway. Get ahead of ourselves.
Oh boy. Careful lining these reds up.
Yeah, curl it a bit.
You heard that too, that little.
I like how I throw the best.
Okay.
I'll go, but I still think we take a crack at moving it now.
I agree.
Actually, like that's are the best. The others, I feel like I'm getting there early.
2 wins, in fact.
If they can get that first red thin, I think they can get the right-hand half of that yellow, and there goes all the reds. Got to get it awfully thin, though, because they're so close together.
Big miss from Val, though.
Oh, yeah. And then they didn't do anything with it as brushing.
Oh, if they were calling top 12, they could have tried to make it curl or hold it straight and hook them, but...
Taylor McDonald. Bang, 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 and away they go. Wow, that was lined up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. Well, they had to hit it thin, though. But that worked. It got the top one out. Bit of a bonus here, too, Joanne, because now the yellow doubles no gimme.
Yeah, with where that red stayed.
Hair thinner and
the nose.
that
Yeah.
gone. I got an 8.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'll be honest, my hair got caught under my broom on that one. I was like,
just pull in there. Gonna be bald right away.
well, this is a nightmare.
You're bald.
I don't have enough.
What kind of speed? Here? Okay.
We got to get pretty tight to our reds. So.
Yeah.
Unless you just like.
Do we ever just hit and flop?
Yes, it just leaves a crotch double back, and they might be able to line them up.
Caitlin Laws against the team from Whitehorse and Bailey Scoffin.
And a lot of pressure from the Yukon team against this Laws team. Caitlin had to make a slash. You saw that she was hitting against 5 last stand. Had to make a slash on her last one. Did it. And does lie 2. But Bailey is trying to play the double for 4.
Her down. Just clean. Just clean. Yeah.
Went 1 and 7.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
A year ago in Calgary.
Oh, they overcooked it.
They did too.
That hits it on the nose. She's in great shape. She does wind up getting 1, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. For sure.
Yeah, just the one.
Boy, she could have had that back one.
3 or 4 there, yeah.
Holy, that jumped at the end.
That's the swingiest spot in the building, I think, that intern coming home on ice 4.
To control. Yeah, I like that.
I think I like this call on our sheet. The double, I believe, is there. You just have to play it so tight to that top red. If you're a crash, I mean, you're giving up another,
Like
at least a 2.
Okay, I like that.
With hammer, you maybe take it on, but not without.
It just flop. I like that.
Hit and flop in front. The scoring area is very small.
Good
Your
call.
shooter ends up in a good
All right, Carrie, you got
spot.
this. They're good. I'm going to throw back 12. She can sweep it to back line. Right. I'm fine with that.
Well, Carrie Galusha played
This will be a draw to the button pass.
Einarson very hard today. Came up with a big win, and look at what she's done here down to Christina Black among one of the leaders. They're tied at 3 as we drop in here in the 4th.
But a chance for Christina to get that 3-point edge one more time. Carrie Galusha short on her draws to freeze. Christina wrapped on her first, and now has the opportunity to get another one in, looking for full 8 for the third. But if she can come down to the back one and tap it a little bit, it's for 4.
I'm right behind it, Kat. There's room to get at that back one.
So there's your 3. Can you get 4?
There's 3 for sure. Now have a look. And they will. Make one of them measure this one.
I think she might have got that.
I like just kissed it, hey?
Brushed nicely.
Go for distance.
That's a great throw for weight. You ensure that you've got your 3.
And they're going to call for the measure.
I know the line was great, but I was like, you have to go
Christina
for
Black
weight
and the team from the Halifax Curling Club, number 4 in our country. And many think the best chance for Nova Scotia to win a championship since Colleen Jones back in 2001.
Just touch center line. It's basically a slam that red. Okay. I'm throwing 11, and I see this doing not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be true.
Yeah. I mean, if she makes the double, we'll have a score, so it doesn't matter.
You got it, Kate. You got it.
Okay. It feels good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
Clean. We're down.
Yep.
12. Clean.
Not super heavy.
Yep. 12. Almost 12-5. Hard.
Kate Cameron first. And what are you going to hit? Here we go. Tap it through and then roll over on top.
Look at the weight, Beckett didn't get it through play.
What was it, Tate?
12-3.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. I was like, I must have been quiet.
Yeah. Really good throw.
Hit it otherwise, yeah.
Got mesmerized by the line. They screamed whoa because that's the gut reaction because it was a shade wide, but nobody took into consideration how light it was.
Yeah. Looks more
Shouldn't do much.
I agree, yeah.
Might be tricky to hang around here, Joanne. You need to make the double, and you have to make the double first.
Yeah, I could see the shooter rolling out here.
Here it is. Playing the out. Okay.
Showed you earlier, Einarson
You got it, Carrie. Let's make it.
with the win this season over Rachel Holman. That was in Charlottetown back in October. Then the year earlier was in Niagara Falls. So not many people can claim wins over
How true.
Rachel Holman, but Einarson does have a couple.
Curl touch.
Final stone, Einarson here in 4. Going to get them both. Bang, bang. No, she drives it by. Wow.
This is Ken's draw, but I don't think we need to be so cute.
I love it. You got it.
It was my draw, hey?
Yep.
Those are just shots that are normally automatic for Carrie.
Yes.
Room wider than draw to the button.
Yeah,
That's
I think
okay,
it's going to be
so-
the exact same
I
speed
agree.
as your second
Why
one.
are they
That
not?
high 4, hey?
Yeah.
That was a
I
4.
have to assume there must be some technical things going on. They had the broom on the rock there, and it didn't curl up enough. Pretty much had the broom where they wanted to hit it.
The tendency for the outturn for Carrie to me is either a little wide or a little heavy or both. It's always on the high side. Even if they move the broom in a bit for her.
Line's good.
I think you got to go, Brianna.
Top 4. Line's good.
I think you're light.
Top 4. You have
I think you're light.
Yep.
Cameron out of her hand, you hear her say, thinks it's light, so go Brianna. That's Brianna Cullen on the left, closest to the stone.
Go for it, girls. You have backing.
Alliance out in front. No backing, just draw that 4 foot. Get it to the blue. There you go.
Wow, ladies.
To the blue for 2.
Atta girl.
Good scrub, buddy.
5-2. Cameron leads it.
You gotta go.
And after the measure. It was. She quiet tap back enough. Black. Nova Scotia score 4. Day 5 of our coverage from here in Thunder Bay and the Scotties from Fort William Gardens. Welcome back on this Tuesday night. All Manitoba in our feature. As we start to really closely look at the round robin play, remembering that just the top 3 teams in each group will advance as of play Thursday night. Manitoba's champion, Kate Cameron from the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg, leads over Carrie Einarson, the 4-time champion. As we go to the 5th, and it is Einarson from Gimli that does have the last rock, has the hammer playing the Red Stars.
Okay, lots of line.
Tight, halfway.
We gotta wait.
Oh. Wait's good, tight.
Tons of line still.
Line only, tight. To your broom.
Okay, it's really curling now.
Hair
It
higher.
Needs to just sit.
Hair higher than your broom.
Needs to sit.
Right
clean
to
it,
you.
clean
For
it,
two.
clean it.
For
It's
two.
fine. We're on the right side if anything.
Okay.
Sit.
Good spot.
Sit.
Fine.
Sit. Good.
Good.
5-4. Okay.
Heard Kate say they're on the right side of it. They just wanted to make sure, if anything, they overcurl the guard. Don't want to leave the hit and roll behind the corners.
I know it when you're winning and it's going well for you, you don't have to get amped up. But I like what you said earlier, Joe, about Cameron growing into her skipping. And it really does appear that way. Now she hasn't, she's in control here, and she's got a really good record of 3-1. But if I remember correctly, last year, first time at the Scotties, it was new for her, previously playing 3rd position. Right? She does seem more calm now.
Yeah, she does. I remember calling her games and just thinking, what happened to the Kate Cameron I used to play against? Because I hated it. She was so intense. She'd get so fired up, always played great, and just really, rallied around her team. And I actually asked her about it before the event. I said, do you find you have to be different at skip? And she said, yes, she can't be, she doesn't get to communicate with the rest of the team, and she feels like she has to be a little bit more even-keeled to manage herself. But today I see the Kate Cameron that we saw at 3rd.
Yeah, it's not hard to manage when you throw it like that.
I like that.
Just the way that she's communicating, she's very direct.
Yes.
She's very confident. There's no hesitation.
Okay.
I like that. Got it.
We noticed that this morning, Joe, in the game. She was 68%, Kate was, coming into that, and seemed to be
Top 8.
not dithering, but just as sort of uncertain. But this morning she just came out guns barreled and just, this is what we're playing, and was definitive. And when you play for a skip that is definitive, then you feel like they know what they're doing, and it just makes everybody play better.
Okay.
Well, if you're yelling all the time,
Kind of scary.
It is scary.
then the people around you don't know when to listen.
Well,
no, you need somebody
I
that
like that.
can bring up the voice, bring it down, knows when. It's like being the right coach in a room. You can't always yell at your players. You can't always run it 100 miles an hour.
Pretty close to touching all 3 of these with the intern.
I mean, that's an acquired thing too, Kathy. Do you, as a skip, as a coach, really, and you're a manager on the ice as well, aren't you?
you are, and you need to figure out what brings out the best in your players. Some people like tough love, and some people don't, and they don't perform well under those circumstances. So you need to figure out what brings out the best in your players, whether you're a skip or a member of the team.
Frolic. Back 12.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Split?
That looks like a lot for
to this side.
We got line to go.
Okay.
Do you want this side then?
But Carrie Einarson's intern's
don't
going to
care.
call more
Just
than
a
Val's
brunette.
outturn.
Okay. You got a foul.
I like
Go after it
Val's
here.
input here.
Yeah, if you're not seeing the ice, it's good to talk it through.
It's easy to forget that too. Like Carrie's, going from memory, and she watched hers curl, but this is a much different release from a different hack.
Back line. Back line.
Line's good.
Yep. Little light.
Easy.
Back
The
line.
battle of third, as you pointed out, is really being won by Taylor McDonald.
It is.
Back line.
It looks hot.
Back line.
Straight, straight, straight.
Hold it up
Curl,
now,
curl,
Karwacki.
curl, 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 curl.
Okay.
It's like hack.
12-5.
Pushes it out from undercover. Shot rock belongs to Cameron, back edge of the four.
In fairness, I don't think that weight was too far off. If you get a good chunk of that top red, the weight would have been fine.
Yeah, it didn't push that rock very far.
Playing in the fifth, and Saint Georges from Quebec up 5-3.
And an opportunity for two on her final. Brooke Godlin tried to play the double. She got one, but she rolled out with her shooter, leaving the single stone biting the back of the four. That's shot stone. 8 foot will do for two.
This morning they played Kate Cameron.
They did.
Cameron stole 9 points of the 12 in a 12-6 win.
And the big end was the 6th. They got into all kinds of trouble. Laurie wanted to play a draw. They convinced her to play a hit. She didn't buy in, and she didn't make the shot.
And a little more, well done. Well managed, draws the top edge of the 4 for 2.
I could have been more.
They're playing the hit and roll behind the center line here, Russ. They
Yes.
talked about playing the double and maybe just accepting the blank, but Kate could make the roll under and they get forced.
Yes.
Caitlin Laws up by 1 on Bailey Scoffin.
And you just heard a little bit of a roar from the crowd. That was Bailey Scoffin really coming into her own this year at the Scotties. Phase 2 got rid of them both, and Lies 2. And so this is now the 4th. Caitlin again electing to play the hit.
That was a thin double that Bailey made, Kath.
Just so good.
Hard, Kristen.
Oh boy, this has got to move a long way.
No.
Wow.
Goodness, wow. How do you shake that off if you're Caitlin Laws?
Boy.
So that's a steal of 2, and like that, team from Whitehorse is in front at the break.
I like it.
I think this might curl.
What happens too, Vic, when you say shake it off? Caitlin and team were thinking they were going to score 2 for about 15 minutes. They were prepared to score 2. To give up the 2, it's such a shock.
Okay, I think I just make the double and just go for a blank. Maybe she'll roll out, wait to play a split. But
She's brought her best game to the ice right now at 94. Her previous high was 84.
Yes.
Kate Cameron.
Hard, Ken.
Hard.
Elias.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Chip it away and sit down.
Good. Good call, Kate.
Really sharp.
It was good.
Very sharp, because they yelled whoa and almost lost their own rock, but now that it's stopped where it did, it's a perfect spot.
Even better. That's scary to call, but it's a perfect result.
Young eyes.
Same as her other one she
You
had
know, we
here.
forget too that Kate Cameron, they played a ton, and they had to win Manitoba or they wouldn't be here. So they've had some.
I said to the girls, I'm like, I think we're just going to catch more curl late right now on these hits. And these, nothing.
yeah.
They've had tremendous experience under the gun to win a tough province, whereas Einarson didn't have to.
Much better game for Carey, 68% earlier today against Carey Galusha.
Little light. Little light. 11-8. Clean. Clean. Yep. Weight's good. Curl. Curl. Speed was close?
Yeah, 11-8.
Did you say it was 10-5? 10-7.
Just saw Caitlin Law's flash one wide. That was a hair wide. It definitely gets straighter as the game goes along.
I love that.
It's just interesting because Kate's came up nicely, and
Yeah.
that's how they jiggled that yellow one back. That ran just dead straight.
You got it. Sketchy. Not
Different throws.
Must be a little outward motion with
Yeah,
Carey.
3/4.
okay.
I think I'd like to flop a rock or two and
Yeah.
tempt her to draw.
Yeah. Because my other one just like really curled over, so I figured I'll broom more so we could only roll a rock.
Yeah, I guess they pounded theirs, so.
Yeah.
force would be a big deal for Cameron.
Also just different throws. Kate might just not throw hers quite as straight and
Softer,
carries
yeah.
brooming off of hers.
Right. It's easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
10-5. Queen. Whoa. Whoa.
You get the feeling, and Reed Crothers said, the team isn't yet fully trusting the ice, and that comment there, I thought would do this. So that there's not a lot of trust
Really good, Kate.
for Einarson right now.
10-5. Great call.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know,
Yeah,
you don't
15.
trust the ice, you're not confident, you can't play at this level. But Carey, to her credit, I thought she's played really well this game. She's missed a couple, but close. Very close.
Hey guys, so 15 on this side?
Yeah. 4-8 is close. Yeah.
All right, Carrie, you got it. Third game. I think you can.
Final stone here in 5.
I think you gotta go.
Yeah,
I think you gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Needs a good piece
Go.
of the
Kristen's right.
8 foot. She draws against a couple.
Keep going.
Gotta go, she says. Burgess, Karwacki, gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, goodness, here comes that guard. Gotta go. Oh, a little rub and roll, and it is going to die. Wow. He just said, doesn't trust it, doesn't have confidence in it. 7-2, Cameron.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Yeah, just not confident. Russ talked about it earlier. And Carey Einarson finds herself really in a hole now. 7-2 as we are at the break here. And let's check the numbers after 5.
And you know, there was signs of life from Carey Einarson to start this game, but Kate with a beautiful angle run back double for the 3. And just seeing that in-turn draw again, we saw it in the 11th end this morning against Galusha. Light over curls in the 5th. That too really hurts. Now, Team Carey Einarson in a big deficit. And just look at those numbers from Kate Cameron. She is feeling so confident out there.
Look at that. Einarson 63% as compared to the 94 for Cameron as they gather with Glenn Howard. Numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sportsbook and casino partner of Curling Canada. Yeah, you could go for a skate today along the harbor. Just there, it's a wonderful waterfront. And they do have some harborfront skating there. Very nice. The heater in the middle. Just keep yourself warm. We are in Thunder Bay for this year's Scotties. So the standings going into tonight's play. Remember, it's just 8 games within your 9-team pool. And in Pool A, Rachel Holman, defending champion, number 1. And now you go down to McCarville at 2 and 4. There still is a way. Can you believe it? Krista McCarville At 4-4, she should win out with the right combination. May get herself into a tie-break kind of thing where it comes down to last rock draws. Remember, there are no tie-breaking games. Meanwhile, Danielle Inglis in Ontario not playing tonight. She sits top of the pool at 4-1. Kathy, Brian, tomorrow, Rachel Homan will put that 5 straight wins on the line against Corinne Brown at 4-1. Brown did not play this afternoon. They were out here practicing after the draw was over at 5 o'clock, so they've been practicing, but they did not play a game today. The 4 sheets that are in action on this Tuesday night here at Fort William Gardens. And our featured game is Manitoba. Einarson, Carey playing the Redstones will have the hammer. Playing the Redstones against Manitoba, and Kate Cameron playing the yellow. 7-2, Cameron leads.
I really think out of Carey Einarson's hand, all 4 curlers on the team were happy with the speed. It's just that she softened that release, and all curlers have tendencies. Her Carey's out turn tends to float a little bit. We've watched that all week. Yeah, I'm only talking an inch at the far end, but that's enough at this level. And every in-turn that I've witnessed that she's missed has been narrow and sometimes light, because that soft release, as you know, Joe, as a brusher, you can't hold it. It's gone into the middle where it's a little slower, and it's really cost her. And you made a great point in the break there that happened in the extra end this morning.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if she were to throw that line again, you'd probably say exact same body speed, just a slight difference on release.
Get it out there.
Or if the throw was nice and clean and it was just light, then a little more weight and it's perfect, because that was a 15-6, and that's... I mean, is that because it curled so much, or was it just straight light out of the hand? And they would have talked about that during the break.
Right.
It's just hard when you're playing a team that is not struggling, that's putting a lot of pressure on you. You don't have a lot of time to sort these things out.
Whoa, heavy!
This is something I think you have to have a strong stomach for. You know you're down, obviously. It's 5. But you throw up corners, and the leading team, Cameron, just loads them into the middle, and you've got to ignore them. And then you make a shot like that, of course.
Well, with the 5 rock rule, you often, and we've seen it a lot this week, where 7-2 becomes 12-2 in a hurry, or Einarson gets back into it to some degree. You have to gamble against a good team, so therefore there's risk. There's big risk when you're down this much.
And now the ripping starts.
Yeah, not quite the ideal setup here for Team Cameron with these rocks in the middle. Einarson's team can put a corner freeze on the rock that's on the center line. It's going to jam on the side yellow when Cameron tries to remove it.
+1 in the rings and a corner guard.
And one back button. There's work to do here for Cameron to protect this lead.
T-line, little bit. T, top 4. How's line? Yep. Line's good.
Carly just needs to weld this freeze on, though.
We're to it. Small tap. Back 4.
No.
Try not to leave a port here.
Okay, good.
I think peel is the call.
Do you hate this?
Still move 3.
Okay. Or right here. Do you want to come here quick?
It's not. It's a gamble, but you could tap that back.
If you punch this a rock, it's really good.
Yeah.
We're just letting them line it up if we hit this.
3 options, I think.
Like right
peel
now,
a guard,
obviously these go easy.
tap the red one,
Saying, if you punch
or hit
this
the back
to here,
red.
Even tap off this, is it the worst? If you can get nose or even 3/4 high, you do it that way.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Gotta move it.
7-3, Nova Scotia leads Carey Galusha, but Carey, as we've seen, just will not go away.
She certainly won't, and it's been amazing. So much of the play in this game has been in the house, and just so many rocks in play. Christina tried a double on her final stone, only got 1 and rolled off. This is an open hit for 3.
From the Yellowknife Curling Club, Carey Galusha with Megan Kohler. Her daughter Sydney is in the house and holding the brush. And then Shona Barber. And she'll pick up 3. Goodness.
Try to take it as far back as you can.
She said, you know, last year I think people expected me to retire. She was battling some issues too. Remember, she threw the lead stones all those years with Joanne Rizzo.
Yes.
But I mean, I was one of those. I thought she was going to be, but she wanted to play with her daughter, so she gets that opportunity.
And she's still a great last rock thrower.
And her daughter might talk her out of it in the off season.
You never know.
Well, let's go through. I doubt it.
Hard, no roll.
Nice.
Oh, good
Whoa,
job.
whoa, stop.
Well, that was all by design. I heard Taylor say follow it through.
Look at the queued up yellows too.
What was it?
I think that's good.
Really good sweep.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you jiggle those yellows.
I think we got to move these because there's no double right now.
I know, but if we jiggle it, it just freezes that.
Yeah, I feel like your first call.
Yeah, hit and roll.
That's the call.
That double. It's a lonely yellow in there.
The other 2 yellows are just loaded on that red. Maybe even make the red double.
Get her, Belle. They're good. Swing this. Oh, no.
Yep.
No. Yep.
Yes.
Whoa. Yep.
Yeah, watch the
Val
back.
Sweeting gets one and punches the other one. Very nice.
Yep. Very good time.
That's a good result.
Yeah, might be a triple.
I think I like Pio.
Yeah.
Pick's okay. It's really close to all of them.
I think we had to.
Stick high. 3/4.
Let's make it.
I think you could get all 3 moving, and the one at the back doesn't have to go far.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Yes. Hard,
Back
Brianna.
it up. Back it up.
Really gotta go.
Oh,
Keep going. Whoa,
really
whoa.
gotta go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Taylor McDonald.
Whoa.
Really close.
Curl.
One. Stuffed it. And will it spin?
Good shot. Good.
They're going to lose that shooter, but the Einarson stone hangs around.
Nice. I think that's okay. Yeah, really
Great
good.
sweep,
Brianna.
Brianna.
Going. Keep through.
We spent a lot of time about the former 4-time world champion can't quite get it going, but what about this 93% team she's playing against?
Keep building confidence more. Perfect. Shoot well.
That's always so funny. One team fighting the inch, having a hard time with rocks and ice and paths and where to put the broom, and meanwhile their opposition is having no issues at all.
Line's good. Yep.
Precision hits have been there for Team Cameron, same with the draws.
Hard. Line's great. Hard.
Gotta go.
Keep going.
Gotta go.
Hard. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Further.
All right, right around they go. Great rush. I'm surprised they're not just falling over.
Yeah.
Harwacki and Burgess to get all that out of that stone.
They ever carried 2.
Such a strong brusher. She locks that brush in underneath her upper hand armpit so that broom isn't moving anywhere. There's only downward force being applied here. Just great body position.
Just cautious on an early sweep.
Yeah.
We're closer to the line. I think this is going to hang more.
Laws against Scoffin, Kathy, after we said this. Bailey Scoffin is really a terrific young player.
She really is. Was facing 3 on her final, made the double, and that is the shot stone that Caitlin is taking aim at. Chance for 2 if she's able to stick it.
And trying to rebound after giving up that steal of 2 and 5, and that's very nice. You get those 2 right back. Regain the lead, 5-4.
Little big.
Clean.
Weight's good. Clean. Weight's good.
Curl. Get it off the line.
Curl, Brianna. Curl to stay. Curl.
Hard, you got to go.
Push. Always curl.
Go. Okay, 10-9. It's big.
All right.
Starting to see a lot of hits missed wide.
Shoot,
I don't know
a
what
little bit.
10-9. We can get a 14-8. I think that we sink one.
Okay, I just don't think I'm going to be able to sink it.
Well, we can go on top of it.
Yeah. And just let her freeze or just go open side.
Yeah.
Three choices again. You come around either in front or behind your own, which is probably the best way. You could freeze to shot rock and get a pretty easy deuce maybe, or hit and roll, but the hit and roll is obviously pretty precise.
I think you can on top of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
To go on top or in behind?
I guess that's
I think on top's the best result.
Yeah.
You go in behind and
Probably behind the D line.
yeah, and Kate's just going to follow it down. I mean, she has to be pretty close, but then it's a double.
Yeah.
15.
You lock the freeze on.
You guys like this, or do
Kate
we
Blass,
just go
there's
hard
her
at the
two. Maybe
roll?
she.
Yeah.
I was seeing this, the draw.
Okay.
We're going to 12. Okay. Do you
Just have
like
to be
that, or we can
half in
try
the rings
coming
here.
around, but my only thought is if we go top 12, is she going to come around and we don't have a double? 100%. So do we just make it
Yeah.
But you will have a double if she goes
try
around.
and bury around it. Same ice. I got room. Yeah,
You
I
go
like
top
it, yeah.
12 buried,
Okay,
and
so
Kate
15?
makes the
Yeah,
perfect come around. There'll probably be a
15's
double.
close. Okay. All right, Carrie, you got it. Throw good.
Would you ever go wide in turn, or not a possibility? Ever get
Yeah,
to that same spot?
There's room there, and not enough teams try that. You get stuck in this inside-out stuff with the corner guards.
I know the ice is more familiar here, Joe.
I even like here though, Vic, if you cheat this, like leave half open. Get Kate to try to chase it. You might get a miss that way, and there's your three.
Play the right. Heavy.
7-6. And Christina Black with her last, trying to. Oh, is that biting at the top?
It is. And to Russ's point about rolling out, Christina had a chance to hit in lie 3 on her first high side, just didn't curl and rolled out. And then Carrie stuck on the back, trying to roll underneath. So throwing a lot less weight on this one, just control weight.
Really
Oh, look at that. For
Sticks
the
it for
deuce.
2.
Wow. Yeah, gets it right back.
Before I went to throw, Jill's like, "You're sure that's on?" I'm like, "Yep." But I was like, "Don't
I
give
know,
it away."
I was like,
Yeah. Tina.
Does this look like minimum ice?
Pretty good effort from Carrie Einarson. It's going to be tough to be in front of the T line and be buried. You have to just hope for an error here.
I wouldn't read too much into that. I feel like there's a lot of plays.
Yeah.
I feel like mine will be a little more true here.
I think a 15 we can get there. For
Okay, I think you want to be right to it. So I think even a 4-7 is not the worst. We could tap this if the line is right.
Got it. Got it.
Just stick with it. Same as
Make
I've
it
been
good.
giving you then, hey?
Yeah.
High 4s. That feels like there's something under there, sorry.
Got it, Kate.
This could be a game winner here, Beck, to lock this on. It's a single. If you don't make it, it could be as high as 7-5.
Line's good. You got room. Line's really good. You got room right now. T-line. Okay, no backing.
Final stone, there is room to get in. Get down to that stone from
Really running. Whoa.
Anderson.
Always.
Curl, always.
No, it can't be deeper than
You gotta
this.
be to it.
Beside it. Okay.
No.
There.
No.
Ran a little. Ran a
Never.
little. Yeah,
Brianna,
go.
Brianna,
Go. Take this spot.
And beside it, right on. They knew exactly.
Really, really good
Okay, grab the
shot.
corner of it. Oh, just a pound heavy.
And then just try and.
Just a sniff heavy.
So close.
If I could have given it to
Kate's
them. I think
feeling
that
it
was
for
great.
draw
Yeah, I
weight.
loved
eh?
it.
Shoot.
Oh, is she ever?
Yeah.
2 for sure. Just try and keep the shooter.
Yeah.
Got the feather double for 2.
Yeah, and just try and. Okay.
You almost have to, don't you? 5 down?
What kind of
Yeah,
weight
I
are you
think so.
thinking? Like firm or normal?
Yeah,
even?
I think normal is not quite enough just because it might touch that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 8, 5, 9, somewhere in there.
This is where you talk, Vic, about how the scores can get right
So
out
it's
of
just
sync
like-
here.
Right.
Tapering.
You could almost flash this trying to make it, or certainly give up a steal of 1. Quarter rock, try to nose the back one, which probably loses that
Like
red,
we
but
have
the one
to.
at the top you might get your 2 out of it. I don't think you can get 3.
My shooter will be spinning.
Well, I thought,
Okay.
I mean, she seemed to indicate if all goes well, she touches the red and then just bounces up.
Yeah.
Now there is that other white or yellow biter out there too, so she can't afford to roll too far. But she's down by 5. Final stone here in 6, and right now it is Cameron sitting 2. Karwacki waiting. Now Burgess. Here we go. Bang bang. Oh, wow. Look at this for 3!
Saved
How
it.
do you like that?
Oh, how good is that?
Oh, and a big smile. Carrie Einarson.
That was tough to do. Just gets it thin enough and somehow saves the thrown rock.
Talked about the houses being a little dead. That definitely worked to their advantage there. What a shot.
Yes, it's been a while since we've seen that kind of reaction from the 4-time Canadian champion.
The spotlight, the excitement, all the opportunities that come with being an Olympian are much bigger.
What a shot for 3! Dreams do come true.
Jennifer Jones moment.
Trials is one of the big ones everyone dreams of winning.
Red Guzu will go to Beijing. Jennifer Jones will go for gold. Yeah, we have to think about the Olympics coming up and playing up in the mountains of Cortina. And the Milan and Cortina Olympics of 26. So our curling trials are coming up next November in Halifax. And we know on the women's side, the teams that have already qualified are Homan and Einarson by virtue of their championships and their points. So the champions this year will also get a spot of the Scotties. And then if it gets a little more complicated with points and the like, but if you're not one of them and you win, you're in.
Yeah, exactly.
What a great shot.
Oh.
And I mean, just so needed by Einarson.
Okay, halfway. I'm gonna slide slow on this.
Didn't think they could save both on contact, but she managed to make it. Just hit it absolutely perfect. Just to make contact on the thin double was an accomplishment.
Line's good. 2.5. Whoa. Just halfway. Halfway. 2.
It's just a couple shots, isn't it? You know, if you're cheering for Carrie Einarson, that beautiful shot that Kate Cameron made, 5-point swing of the angle raise for 3, and then Carrie missing the paint against 2. It's
Going. Good.
that's 7 shots.
You got it. Take your time. Yeah.
Close.
Brianna Cullen.
Yep. Whoa. Yes. Woo. Curly hair. Pistol.
Wow. Yeah.
Just wonderful.
Very nice.
What a swing shot there. Just shuts down the entire end.
Kate saw that angle all day too. Like she's one of the best at angles.
Halfway. Line's good. Halfway. 2.5. Stay down. Easy. 2.5. 2.5. Easy. Look here, guys. It's very slidey here. 3. We look maybe top 12.
Well, back and forth they go. We saw the steal of 2 by Scoffin. Laws gets 2 back, and now here is the skip from the Whitehorse Curling Club, Bailey Scoffin.
Well, for Bailey and her team, this whole play has been in the house. There's been some uncharacteristic misses through the order for Yukon. Bailey's first was trying to play a thin double, flashed everything, and that allowed Caitlin to draw in for 3. This needs to stop.
Not here.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah, Ken. Yep. 10-5.
Goodness gracious.
Really gotta go, Ken.
3.
Clean. Yep. Yes, to roll.
Like that is broken up, and you've given it away.
Big roll, Brianna. Nice. Good. Good call,
10-2.
Kate. Good call.
Team Einarson just caught on speed here. Kristen Karbaki's first guard of the end, supposed to be center line, slid into the top 12, and then Val's just did 2, and Taylor McDonald made her pay, was able to roll onto the paint here.
Val's guard went into the rings in the second one when Kate scored the 3.
Back 4. Yep, go ahead. For back 8. Yeah. Back 4. Back 4, it's close. Back 8. Line's good for back 4. Back 8, we're hot. There it goes. We're hot. 14-5. Curl. Well, yep, curl.
Turn of the game, it should come down here.
Hand bounce. Curl. Good job. Good shot.
Well brushed, eh? Well judged.
Is that weight okay?
10-2. Team throw.
Okay. Gotcha.
What would you do here? Would you nose it or try to peel it out of there?
I think I'd be
Either's
pretty
wrong.
happy peeling it out of there.
Get the
Nose it, and if you end up not being on nose, then all of a sudden you get forced.
Yeah, it gets messy, eh?
I think you're pretty happy to blank this end if you're Kate Cameron. Hammer up to an 8 is great position on the scoreboard.
Curl then. Curl if you're hot. Curl. Just roll it, Brianna.
Okay, that's fine.
9-4. She's just sliding quite tight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just get through here.
And there's what you're talking about. And now it gets a little messy to blank.
15-ish.
So this is kind of the challenge. Val made a perfect freeze here, but it's the outturn left-handed throw, and then Carrie throws the in-turn, and they're just on slightly different lines. So I think that's part of the problem too sometimes for Carrie is it's not necessarily exactly the same trajectory.
Yes, good point. I think the ones Carrie misses, they curl early into the slow stuff. Now, mind you, I don't think it's all that slow right now, but pretend the 4-foot area, that blue stripe all the way down to where Carrie's standing is a hair slower. Her in-turn could get into that slow path sooner than Val Sweeting's out-turn.
Easy. Sweet's good. Little light. Oh! Stop sweep me, Kristen. Sweet's good.
We're heavy.
Looks hot.
We're heavy. We don't really want to tap either of them. We're back 4. We're back 4. No.
Curl it. Okay. 14-3.
Yeah.
In fairness to the brushers, it was 3 inches heavy, but that makes all the difference, doesn't it?
It's not that far off.
No.
Just
They were waiting for it to come down like we were talking about.
Just there, wait.
Well, like, and catch the...
Yeah. Probably. I love it. You got it.
I know we always talk, or you hope to give it to your brushers all the time. Is that a case of her just overthrowing it and taking her brushers out of it?
yeah, out of her hand, she felt like she was there.
Just let it settle for a second.
They did give it a couple licks early.
Yeah, but in fairness to the brushers, with how her intern has been curling so much,
Yep.
If we had to go, we would have.
see that tendency sometimes. Just get a broom on it early, extend the life. That was a nice throw, though, and kind of a bad combination.
Kate Cameron and her first as we play here inside.
Play the double, leave 2 yellow in play. Don't know whether you can leave 3 in.
You're good. Nice shot, girl. Good. Good shoot, Ken. Okay, so I gave here.
Galusha in black, and it is final stone belongs to the team from Yellowknife and Carrie Galusha.
Well, Carrie had one tucked behind the Yellowstone, was hoping to maybe use the Yellowstone as a guard, but Christina able to pick it out on her final. Nova Scotia does lie 2, so this is the nose hit for 1.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. Yeah. Clean. 1 run.
And 1 red it is.
1 run.
1 for
That's good. Nice throw.
Galusha.
about the
Nice,
same.
good.
Yeah, a little bit more, if anything. Line only. It's curling earlier.
Line.
Easy then.
Easy.
Whoa, if it's line only.
We're 2 in. We're back 8.
Wow.
Back 8.
Whoa, if you're
Back
yeah,
8.
same time. Try
Coming
curling
off.
it. Try curling it.
Help it over.
Perfect.
Wow.
Good.
Didn't think that was possible.
That's just the difference. And without the early sweep, they let it work, and that was
Quarter rock. Okay.
perfect.
Little less this time.
Really nice shot.
Sorry. That's okay. Good throw. Nice.
Move your broom.
Ah. Should have kept
Don't think
curling
feel
it.
on the nose is worth it.
Shot.
I think it's
Yeah,
okay
I just
to,
didn't know
like-
if we then we tap it a little more.
Yeah.
Really close. Just
Slight angle, so Kate can throw it hard enough to get this going.
Yeah, I think so.
She's going to try to
Nose
save
in
her
it.
shooter
You got it.
or two.
I think so.
Yeah. Going to protect a little bit, of course. Just an 1/8 of an inch high side with the speed Kate can throw it.
She does have that stone available top edge of the 12-foot at around 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Final here in 7. Mackenzie Elias. Bang.
Hard on the red.
Oh, and will it go? It does. That one goes, and they'll have to settle for that single at the top.
I was like, sweep this anywhere high.
Yeah, that took a little bit of a jump. I thought.
Back up to a 3-point lead.
I was going to call that.
Wrapping up day 5 of our coverage here in Thunder Bay. The Scotties, the Tournament of Hearts, Canadian Women's Curling Championship. And our feature, Manitoba's Carrie Einarson, the 4-time Canadian champion, ranked number 2 in our country on the ice. Against the Manitoba champion, Kate Cameron out of Winnipeg, the Heather Curling Club. And it's Einarson, as we say, coming in at 2-2, coming off a loss earlier today to Carrie Einarson, Carrie Galusha from Whitehorse, trying to rebound, trying to keep herself in the mix and avoid a third loss. Well, Cameron looks to go to 4-1. And here in 8, it is Einarson with Last Rock, has the hammer, playing the Redstone.
They're trying Carrie Einarson. That shot for 3 was something special, and then a perfect freeze, or it was game over. Or getting a 4. So now you go 2 with hammer, force, 2 with hammer. You're in an extra end.
Good. Just leave some
Okay,
separation.
okay, that's fine.
Clear it well, 5-3.
Okay. Oh, that's fast.
yeah, so fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go this side.
You got it.
You know it.
Carly Burgess.
I got all there.
Line's close.
Back 8.
Line's close now. Jab, jab,
Little
jab, jab.
for line.
There. Back T.
I think we're
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, line.
Yeah, line, yeah, line.
Okay, line's good. Line's good.
Line's
Whoa.
good now.
Line's
T.
good.
Line's good. T back 4.
Throw if anything. Go ahead. Go ahead, Val.
You gotta bury it, Val. You gotta
Hard,
go.
Val. Go.
Hard, Val.
Go.
Dig.
Good.
And in behind the corner. Ignoring again all those stones in the
I hate going for the peel, but
4-foot and center line.
straight peel.
You
Yeah,
gotta get
that.
fancy. Yeah, just get rid of it.
Got it.
Couldn't hold it here.
Brianna used to play with Serena Gray Withers, and they won their university championship, an under 25
Yep.
national champion.
Easy. Yep.
Right out.
Okay, good. Good call.
We saw Serena and the team at the points bet as the under 25 winner.
Just get to the nose.
Brianna was actually away at the World University Games with Serena during the provincial championship. So Ali Flaxey came in and played with Kate and the team and won that championship. And then Brianna came back and got to go to the Canadians. It's a pretty good deal.
Not a bad deal at all.
Yeah, they knew that was going to be a conflict going into the season, and the team had planned for it.
11-5.
pretty incredible adaptability because they put Allie Flaxey in the house and a Taylor McDonald sweep for Kate.
Really?
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Good shot.
That's good.
Okay, you gotta be a little careful.
Even that's okay.
It's amazing how these, when the team that's up like this, they stack 3 in the middle, and you don't want any guards, so you bring all 3 into the rings. 3 yellows we see. There's going to be a 4th one here in a minute. If this is made properly by Taylor, they're going to roll over. And all of a sudden you go, why have I got 4 in the rings? Because all these yellows can really help Carrie Einarson's goal to get an error.
One thing I asked you earlier today, when do you stop playing? And I don't mean playing, get off the ice. I mean, just when do you stop putting stones in play?
Well, before the 5 rock rule, it was a lot sooner than this, but now you're kind of handcuffed because the corner guard is out there for Einarson to bury, and they can't use it because they've been kept busy this way. So it's not exact science anymore when you bail you. But the 4 in the rings is helping the corner situation, but it could hurt them.
That's great. I feel like those are helping, but
I think if we ice it tight, like I think it'll be straighter in this 8-foot spot. I think it's there.
this is pretty good though. If we sit here, we might.
What do you guys like?
I like her first call. But
Yeah.
The first like tap call.
Yeah, play the 8-foot draw, heavy tap, like just
We
get
know
it in
this
there. Spot. I just think she's ripping after it, like.
Yeah.
I would like
I think there's tons of room to freeze on the intern side, even though that corner's out there.
You also don't mind removing a few yellows to get your top red to count
Bring it
maybe
back
later
in,
in the
yeah.
end.
So maybe the top double stay in
Yeah,
front of the back
I don't
too.
mind that call.
So what weight?
Like you're throwing like back 8.
Okay.
Yeah, that top red's never going to count if they're only throwing back 8. It's
Or do you weld one in there and hope they take a few of their own out? It's 6 of 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure with that corner guard in the way if the weld is there.
Soon find out.
I think they're just playing to tap them around.
Yeah, move it. But
Back 12. Line's good. Back 12. Clean.
Hold on.
Back 12.
Hold on.
Clean. Whoa, if you're up.
Curl.
Val Sweeting
Back 12.
playing third
Stay
stones
12.
here in the 8th.
Back 12.
Burgess.
Straight. Coming down.
Karwacki.
Coming down. Whoa. Yep. Back 8. Yep. Yes, hard. Hard. Roll it a hair.
Bump and roll
Great shot.
over.
Great shot.
And that's what she was
Nice
asking
call.
for.
very nice.
That really dug down. Yeah, it did. What was that? 13-6. 13-6, yeah. Nice shot, Val.
I was gonna say you almost nose it. You lose a couple.
Yeah,
don't
nose
you?
was pretty good.
Do you like that? Yeah. You're almost doing this here.
Okay.
Just to release this one.
Sure.
There's to the point. Okay, it's.
I think you could honestly throw like 10-5. I
You're
don't think
not
we
happy
need to
about the
keep
yellow
this.
ones.
Yeah, whatever you like.
I think that's why you'll
Okay.
see some teams play the choke around the corner now
Yes.
instead of lining all 3 up in the middle.
Yeah.
The choke is very precise too, though. You're light, it's a guard. You're heavy, it's something to freeze to. So, to your point, just that 5 rock rule really enforces precision.
The choke being going around the corner to prevent the other team from doing
so
it.
coming around and kind of just not being buried, just being edge on edge around the corner and blocking it. You don't want to be. You want to be about top 8 with that. Thanks, Vic.
Oh, it's okay. Your hands were around my neck, and
It's play of the week for that.
yeah. Wait till Saturday.
Really good sweep, you guys.
Now there's a yellow triple, a pretty automatic triple.
I like that.
Well, back to the team from Whitehorse and Bailey Scoffin after she gave up that big steal of 3 and 7.
And lots of pressure. Caitlin guarded in the house in the 12-foot on her first line 3. She needs to make the double in order to make those 2 go away, but needs to stick around because of the stone on the outside.
From bad to worse.
And that is back-to-back steals of 3.
Okay, that's good.
And that is enough.
And it will be a win for Laws and a much-needed win for Caitlin Laws to improve her record to 3-3, 1-4 now for the team from Whitehorse. 11-4 is your final.
As long as we stay in this range, that's out, right? Then, and we're just losing the one and leaving this open. So I think honestly, like that.
That wasn't quite the way they drew it up. They tried the triple, got two, rolled one back, but look at the way they've queued up the reds. The back red is going to stay if Kate hits it on the right here.
But I'll still try to throw it better.
Okay, you got it.
So I think her
8-4, Quebec leading Newfoundland and Labrador in the
Just roll here, Kens.
4-time, or 5 now, time Quebec champion, Laurie St. George with last rock.
And she's facing two. They are open much of this end, Lottie, and her team trying to peel guards off and having some success with doing that. She can see all of these stones. Needs to make both go away to score.
Lisa Weaver. Got it by, here we go, bang, bang. Oh, and she uses her own for a catcher.
Great throw.
3
it is.
Good shot. Really good.
Cameron.
Watch that one.
And this is enough for that game as well.
And we have a final there. And Cameron gets just rid of one. So St. George rebounds nicely.
Good sweep.
11-4 the final there. To improve her record to 4-2, now winless in 6, is Newfoundland and Labrador's Brooke Godsland.
Well, then she just does that, and then it's.
Well, how does she get that out?
I think if you're trying for a big score here, if you could ever tap that back that way and have your shooter roll over that way,
I feel like if it's thin
then
enough,
both those are tough to remove.
like you said, it's hard to get out.
Hitting
Unless she
the
just
yellow
taps, and then
and
it's.
the forefoot doesn't really help you.
I think we need to do something here, and even if I'm here, like
Then
at least.
she rips that double.
Yeah,
You
and it
gotta
jumps
ma-
here.
You gotta make. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like we go here. If I'm here, that's okay. Like she's got to rip a double, and it's always going. So I think I just have to be in this line.
Okay.
Anywhere there.
Do you ever just play a little tap and flop in front?
Well, right now we can get the 2 yellows out.
Right
with
now
ours.
it's pretty tough for them to remove them. So if I'm ever here, she's only getting one.
I guess.
Do we
so.
ever like hit and
That's
try
what
to
I
leave
was-
them in a line?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But it's hard.
Or
That's-
we just sit 3, hope she misses a double.
You guys want to talk about it?
Do you want time?
I don't hate that. Yeah.
Time. Yeah, like my first thought was hit this 7/8 and get these flying in front. Not flying, but like flopping in front. But
That's
then I
tough.
was like, if we do that, I guess.
I liked the freeze
Are
call.
we third?
Mm.
No.
Or the tap freeze them both almost.
Okay, who's shot between the top red and the back yellow?
They are.
They are? Okay, so there's 2 shots I was looking at.
Okay.
The jam and roll in front, like roll dead in front of that 8.
Like jam here and roll here.
That's a really good shot. The
Yeah,
other is
she'll
just,
knows this and we'll score 2.
well,
Yeah,
you'll
but-
have a chance at 3 if, like, depending on where your roll goes.
Yeah.
You still might be able to get rid of both the yellows.
Do you have to throw a lot of weight at it?
The other is just to play a tap and move it to where your broom is and roll in front.
Yeah, like
could jam and roll further. So that
And while
That's
they
really good
talk,
too.
let's just watch this game now too. As Galusha down by 2 to Christina Black, and it is Nova Scotia with the hammer.
And boy, do they need it. Big, big trouble. Carrie Galusha tapped on her last stone, is lying 3, maybe 4. For Christina needs to tap this stone up to the 4-foot for shot, but even a foot will help count some stones out, and this is not curling at all.
Okay, look out, and now you can start, look out, and you start to count. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Sorry. It's okay.
Wow. So a steal of 3.
Sorry, way too heavy.
Galusha.
That didn't move at all. That was never on my radar. I was thinking
that didn't hurt us.
All right, Carrie.
I'm throwing some weight at this. The one I drew up, we just tapped the red back 8. You probably need back line max.
I think it's worth it. Oh, sorry, Russ. Just to sit fourth shot, it would be to get that yellow one out of the way.
It only has to go an inch, so.
Yeah.
So what it looks like, it's almost like a 10 they're throwing here.
Yeah.
Still works. It's just all or nothing. If you ever, miss it wide, you're dead.
Curl. 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 You gotta go a mile. Curl. Curl.
Still helping it over. Karwacki. Bang, stuff, and then roll. They wanted to roll it right over in front, but they've rolled it past.
This can't go any further than that.
No, yeah.
10-6.
Are we going right here?
A little bit better to roll on top with less weight, but it's a nice shot.
Cameron, 93%. Look at that. All 4 of them in the 90s. The only other time this week was St. George in the win over Caitlin Laws. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
It was a little like.
Oh, what?
So how bad is this? They got the stuff. They wanted that. But the shooter rolls too far, Joe.
You guys like that? Back 4, back T. As under as you can be.
Yes.
Make that as
Still
hard as possible.
scary times here for Kate Cameron.
I mean, wasn't the call,
lonely yellow there.
But pardon me, wasn't the call to be right on top?
It was.
Yellow, so
yeah.
I mean, is that bad roll, or would it have been better on top?
It would have been better on top, but it's making Kate think about it here.
Got the red double on the right as we were looking at it. Got to make it though.
Yeah, I thought that's what they would call.
With the score the way it is, because you
talk about this?
play a freeze, you don't make it, you give a 4.
So both teams here using their timeouts.
We don't connect. I don't know, like at least.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not in love with the draw, because if you draw,
I just said that if
you draw her, she makes the run double, gets 4.
Or if I'm ever light, it's a cheat 4. So are we playing this?
I think you run the double. Yeah. I think you try and give it a run at the double. You make it great. If you don't, we're tied playing.
Good news is if I ever hit it thick, I'm probably rolling to guard.
That's right.
So
I don't see anything else, because like over there, you're going to give her double unless you angle freeze. Like
I think we got to play the intern.
give it a run. Just
And how are we trying to make it? Are we trying to
try
this
yes,
way?
yeah, for sure, and roll your shooter.
Okay. I think the shooter will roll all on its own.
Figure out the ice.
Okay. I think this will curl a sniff. This is where we've been throwing
like
some
it.
teals. So
Yeah.
The old guy knows what he's talking about.
Within 3/4.
Yeah.
It's almost 2/3. Like just off this 8. Right?
We had a good teacher.
Are we coming this way?
Yep.
Okay.
But like
Yeah,
you want to
I
hit
think
the edge of the rock on
scoreboard,
this
you'd love to freeze one in there.
just under 3/4.
Okay.
You could probably make it that way too, a little scarier, but I think to Glenn's point here, even if you kill one, you've still got control of this game. Where do you put that freeze that they're,
think just roll
it's
to split
slowing
the
down in the middle. There's a corner guard in the way on your freeze. You can't do anything that could possibly give one of the best hitters in the world a shot for 4.
So this is minimum.
And the way Kate's playing, there's a pretty decent chance you'll make this double.
Yeah, they've made a lot of very precise hits, run backs this game.
There's no doubt, though, that 3 in the 6th by Einarson has given them some confidence here as we play now in 8. Final stone, Kate Cameron looking to make the double. Elias got it. Oh, no, she'll drive it by. And look at this. My goodness.
Unbelievable.
You wouldn't have thought we'd be here.
No.
It's okay.
With Einarson, a chance for 3 to tie.
And back to how it happened, Vic, we talked about, and not that it was wrong. Kate Cameron's team up, jumped the middle up, ended up with 4 of them there, which ended up all of a sudden it's like, whoops, too bad I've got 4 of them there.
We're all in the 4th foot.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I have to make a hero shot.
Yeah.
So that's not working. Like we're peeling on yours, but then that rock is always counting. We're never hitting it.
Don't want to give this away. Here we go. Burgess, Karwacki. Here we go. Got to stay on this and hang around. Watch it. You got to catch her if you need it. Oh, and there you go. for the second time in the game. A 3, and all the way back they come. We're tied at 8. Did you think we'd be here? We certainly didn't. Welcome back on this, well, we thought we'd be in Thunder Bay, certainly, but not at this point in the game. Welcome back on this Tuesday night. It was 7-2. Kate Cameron leading after 5. Look at that. And then, what has happened since? Carrie Einarson has outscored Cameron 6-1, including the 2 threes, and here we are, tied at 8.
Just for line.
Running like we're hot. Top 4.
So, here we go.
We're top 4.
To the 9th, and it is Kate Cameron
4-1.
out of the Heather
Probably.
Club in Winnipeg with Last Rock, has the hammer,
Can't be
playing
back
the
by
Yellowstone.
Kate had too many in there too soon, sitting 4, all helping Carrie, and they made no mistake. They probably should have blasted a little sooner, but when you think back here, the 3 that Carrie Einarson made was, the game's over. And then she makes a freeze and end 7 where the game's over. And then makes another 3. Just incredible.
Line's good. Reed's close.
What do you think?
I thought a little bit.
Yeah, line.
Yeah, line. Yeah,
High line.
T. I think
T.
we're T.
Line's good.
Line's good.
I think we're T.
Really close.
So this, to my mind,
Whoa.
you know, Joe, we talked about Einarson and feeling comfortable. Now, conversely,
Got a good one. Go, go, go,
we're going to see something, or need to see something from Kate Cameron. Is she going to be a little rattled, a little shaky here, making her decisions going forward?
Yeah, this is the test. And this is where someone with only a few years of skipping experience, how many times has she been in this situation? This is when you have to forget about the last 8. Okay, we're tied up. We're playing 9, and we have the hammer. And that's what Glenn said in the timeout. And I think that's what an asset on the bench.
Yep.
Bad start here for Team Cameron, too. One's too short, and one's in the worst spot possible behind the button.
Becomes a short game. Carly Burgess.
Easy, Kristen.
This looks like less than yours.
Easier in the good stuff. Easy, guys. Easy. I think it's here. It's not curling. Maybe just me.
Not super heavy, though. Once it curls, I got to keep that alive.
We're high.
Here's what happens when 10 ends with the 5-rock rule. The team that's trailing, all they've been throwing for the last 4 ends in particular is draws and touch weight stuff, while the opposition's been throwing a lot of those peels. Yeah, so if you can claw your way back, I mean, Carrie Einarson has stood on her head to get them there, but they're in a good position now all of a sudden.
Yeah, they know the paths better, and it's slowing down in the middle.
Has Kate thrown a draw lately? I don't think so.
Whoa.
No.
Good.
Wow.
Good call, Kate.
Super. Does that change things?
Yeah, that touched everything in the quarry.
That'll do. Yeah.
Gets rid of a couple guards, but gets rid of that really hard to get at red one.
Center line's open.
Phenomenal.
You unlocked that, and we needed that.
For the most part, little high center still there.
You can get at that red Einarson rock either way now, whereas it was buried frozen.
Val Sweeting.
Min, I
Line's
thought
good.
light.
A little early, yep.
Min,
Yep.
wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hit it.
Line's
It's
good.
light.
Real
Go ahead.
good.
I think it's light.
Tight. Top 12. Whoa. Top 12. Curl. Curl. Hard,
Wait,
hard,
we're gonna get it there.
Hard. Go distance. Go distance. Hard, 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 hard. Carly, all you can. Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's good.
Yeah. Good.
Good sweep. Whew, that one a lot farther than I thought. Good sweep. Good throw.
Do we like this?
Good throw.
First thought.
We're, like if we peel that, we're probably getting forced.
Okay, I like it.
Or we're doing this. But then that's giving them another chance there.
Okay. I don't mind your first call.
We can rip.
Sure.
And try that.
Okay, let's do it. You got it. You got it, Jay.
I think I like the peel here.
Yeah,
Come and play into the rings. That's
early.
Leaving two that are blocking the middle. That rock at the top 8-foot acts as a guard.
And Carrie Einarson has to make something perfect too.
Clear light.
Both.
No. 8.
No.
No. Get off.
Never.
By itself.
Okay.
Okay.
And they'll get that high guard.
I just worry they do this and then
Yeah,
it's...
we'd have to guard the yellow, I think.
Yeah, I don't hate guarding the yellow. Yeah. Like just here.
Okay.
Got her. Yeah.
Is this all about trying to hold Cameron to a single, Russ?
Yes, yeah, for sure. The outside chance, you'd love to steal one yourself. Yeah, they 8 on a blank, so.
Okay, let it work.
Be a little careful guarding all the yellow, because if this overcurls enough, there'll be a red double.
Okay. Top 12 almost.
After giving up a steal of 3 to Galusha to lose the lead, what's Black got here?
Well, she has an opportunity for 2. Christina threw this same shot on her first. She grazed one of the stones in the house and rolled into the open 4-foot. But Carrie Galusha hit and rolled out on her final stone. That is why Nova Scotia lies 1, needs full 4 to score 2.
Is Galusha just playing, throwing everything at
What is wrong with these tracks? I know.
everybody today? I mean, it's just
Well,
remarkable.
You know what? It's not only that Carrie Galusha is playing well, but we've shown in updates that Christina is missing
Okay.
heavy. She's given up 4 points in the last 2 ends because she was heavy.
So single, tied at 10. And Galusha will have the hammer coming home. Here we go, bang, bang.
Very good shot. Want to get that out.
And will it spill?
Really nice. Great call. Good job.
It does.
Great sweep. Atta girl.
Has this end ever turned around? Einarson had about 4 guards and 1 frozen on the button.
I think it's hard not to leave it.
Good call.
Just the precision hitting has been impressive. Brianna Cullen
Yes.
made her big blast connection
You
and
guys like
everything,
the
and then Taylor
freeze?
McDonald.
It's just it's got to be.
Or hit and roll. Yeah, my first thought was the hit and roll.
Yeah, I like that.
That's how we got force though. Yeah. She could hit ours and roll, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not stealing now, so try to get some separation here.
Yeah. Where are we rolling? Behind the corner. Okay.
I'll call it for you.
The control.
Yeah.
If they weren't shot.
Yeah, I know.
But they're shot, so it's just.
Yeah. I like this. Let's go, Carrie. Let's make
got
this.
it.
Nail your kick.
It's a tough roll, isn't it? If you roll a foot or 2, it's a gimme double. You roll 4 or 5 feet, there's a double. Got to roll like somewhere in between. It'll be really hard not to leave a Kate Cameron double.
Clean, yep.
Yep. Whoa,
Street's good.
whoa.
Clean. Hair up. Yes. Yes, hard.
Yeah.
Hard. Pull leg.
Really hard.
Kristen
Really hard, really
Karwacki.
hard, really hard.
Hard roll.
Where's this roll going to be? Nowhere.
Carrie's interns are really curling.
Shoot. Getting a little soft in the middle, I think.
Yeah. Your speed was good.
Yeah.
Oh, we've heard that earlier today. It was the same this morning.
Almost like it grabbed, like
Yeah.
a lost rotation.
You'll see that sometimes. 9th end, it's the 3rd draw of the day. So if the brooms are off, sometimes it grabs a little bit more in the last end or 2, especially in that side path.
Should have jumped, but even as it was coming in, it was like barely rotating.
Yeah.
So
It might have got
Getting
a little debris.
soft in the middle, maybe.
could be.
So do you have to put a little more rotation, Russ, on the handle?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt for sure. It sounds like they did, and it lost its rotation.
You'll often see them keep a sweeper down late.
Yes.
Keep it from grabbing anything.
Okay, Cameron's first, going for the double. Trying to hold us up, Elias. So, and she'll get it.
Atta girl, okay. Good call.
Really good sweep, buddy. Really good sweep.
This team's
Great
really
shot.
hitting well.
A little bit
Just a
extra.
flick.
I didn't see a potential blank coming here early.
Go! Hard!
Good. Beauty.
There's a couple of stones to roll behind, I guess.
Yes.
Now, do you want to roll behind the two on the right, or do you want to go left as we look at it?
I'd be going right. There's just more space to roll to, a little bit more room for error.
Let's make this roll. Anywhere over there is good. Let's go.
Roll this way.
Got it.
I'm assuming that's the way they're trying. Yeah. Are we ever playing a run in either scenario?
Already plotting our Kate Cameron and Taylor McDonald. Final stone. Carrie Einarson.
Speed's good. Little more. Whoa. Curl. 10. Hard. Curl. Easy.
Carly Burgess.
Easy. Curl. Curl. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Whoa. Whoa.
Off the roll. Here we go. Oh. And finally sits down.
Nice call, Val.
Boy, Carrie Einarson's made a ton of big shots at the last half of this game.
Nice. Yes. Atta girl. Good throw.
Enough to force?
Yes.
It's just moving there now, I guess.
I think Kate would raise the yellow back. It was behind the yellow.
Yeah.
But red on red's tougher.
I like this. The speed is really nice here. Okay. It's probably
Sniff
like
more! Yep, that's your path.
Well.
4.5.
Yeah, 4 ones, we're back 4, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Still gotta want it a little bit, or?
Perfect weight.
Good?
Deep breath time. This is only her second draw since the 4th.
Line's good.
Look light, guys. Looks light.
Oh, starting to move. Line's great.
It's not light.
Weight's good. Okay, you need full 8.
It's
Back
running.
4. You
Running.
need full 8. Back 4.
No.
3.9.
Dear.
Hard.
Dear.
Hard. Keep going.
Wow,
Further.
wow.
Go.
Oh dear. It looks like it may have just stopped.
1.
Yeah, it just did grab.
1 yellow.
It did just stop for Kate Cameron.
Right in the slide path.
That's a great 3.9.
To take the lead. But Einarson and the team from Gimli will have last rock. They'll have the hammer coming home down by 1. Carrie Einarson got herself back into it, didn't she? Down 7-2 at the break. Scored 6 points. But she trails now by 1 and has last rock coming home this Tuesday night from Thunder Bay and the Scotties.
Always Val's. 15 would be very cool.
She said it was really for her a must-win, considering the team she still has to play to fall to 2 and 3.
5-1. Yeah.
Just like T-line.
Top 12 weight, we probably can get it.
Frozen's great. Just freeze it.
Yeah. You got it. Really smooth here. It doesn't do much.
You got it.
Just bounce that silly 6 inches open. Now there'd be a bit of a pocket there.
Max. Easy, Kent. Little hot right now. It's close. Back 4.
Not getting much slowing down here.
Curl.
Back 4.
4.
Back 4.
Curl.
Hard curl time.
Curl for a chance. Okay, well, Ken.
Got it by.
Ken. I don't want to.
And then over. Brushed it to avoid the crash, and they'll spin off.
We talk about it all the
Unless
time.
you want to just tap this a bit and sit here.
You start throwing a couple extra feet because you know it might grind in the middle, and then
Do we
it
know
doesn't
this
get to the
time?
middle in time because you've thrown a couple extra feet.
You know, your tolerance too is tapping a little is okay, but it's just
Okay, so
that
15
extra, that 3 feet too many, you don't get the line.
Line's good. Back 8. Whoa. Back 4. Whoa. What? Curl it. Back 4. Curl it.
They're all getting caught in this spot.
Yeah, it's on the guard at the moment.
Curl. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Straight. Whoa. Curl.
Oh dear. here. They just did.
Are you kidding?
They just got caught. They were
14-3.
so concerned about getting off the guard and then too late to help it over.
Look at this. It nearly hit 3 rocks.
They were calling the sweep to try to tick off the red and go onto the yellow. It just didn't quite get there. 14-3 to back 8, so that's kind of 15-3 is top house there. That is really fast.
That's what's fooling them, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're waiting for the fudge.
Top 4, close. Top 4. Whoa.
What a bad break for Carly.
They're all draws that you can't, they have to be there.
Yes.
Everyone's afraid of being light,
Yes.
but they're just going too far outside the window.
You gotta go.
And this is tighter, so this could slow down.
Whoa.
McDonald.
Curl.
Elias.
Curl.
Now
No
McDonald.
tap. Curl. 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 More. Good.
Nice shot.
And down on top.
Beauty.
Definitely slower there.
Good sweep, Tay. You say
Shot
5-6.
rock does belong to
5-2.
Kate Cameron.
Nice. Okay, good sweep.
Oh, yeah.
Just throw like back far, wait. Okay.
I like the same kick for this side.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
You have to think this side will be a little bit slower. Not quite as many rocks down the same path. Same weight would be really close. Houses haven't been super lively, so they want to tap this back button, back 4 or so.
Hard. Back 8. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
It's into the slow stuff now.
Yep. Hard. Keep going. Whoa.
Arwaki.
Yes. Roll it on, Phil.
Swinging. There we go. A
Okay,
little
that's
angle there now for them. Did they bump it up to get them shot for the moment?
They are shot now, but
Yeah, they are.
I think I like that for one.
Where is that? Top 12?
Tough 2, though.
Yeah, more curl and slower on that side.
Yes, yeah.
Got it. Nice and smooth here.
It curled a lot, didn't it?
Taylor McDonald.
Yes.
The big ass.
Big ass.
Big ass.
Yes. Through.
Top 12.
Where?
Top 12. Top 8.
Whoa. Stop.
Close. Top 12.
Yeah, line.
Tight.
Whoa, no tap.
Just tight. Top 12.
No tap. Line's great,
Top
Ken.
12.
Line, no. Over curling.
Whoa.
Over curling.
Good spot.
Really great.
Really
Nice.
good.
I
Good call,
missed it.
Kate. Nice, Tay. Good sweep, Kens. Thanks. Not sure her shot, but
Good
all
judge.
the rocks.
All
Thanks.
the rocks.
I had no. Yeah. Think we gotta try and like nudge this out. Yeah. Just play like back 8 weight.
But don't you risk touching your own shot stone?
Yes, but that's they have to get 2 in theory. They don't want to be going to an extra round without hammer.
Yeah, I need to make some space here. I should get some curl on this side.
Definitely. They just did it. I think the worry here is where Val's shooter rolls to. It might set something up.
Curl. Back 12. Back 12. Whoa.
Oh, that's really wide. That's out in the good stuff.
Curl. Back 8. It's coming off. Curl.
Carly
Really
Burgess
coming off. Back 4.
playing third stones here in this 10th.
Straight. We're just freezing to it. Well, small tap.
And very small.
Okay.
All right, in a 10-10 tie, shot rock belongs to Nova Scotia. It's guarded. Final stone coming up for Carrie Galusha.
Well, Christina Black threw a guard on her first. Carrie tried the run back and just missed it. Christina came in deeper than she wanted to, but for Carrie, there's no drop path. Has to make the double. She is second shot at the back of the house.
There is one back, center line, back 8. Here we go, final stone. If you run it back, can you make the double? No, she'll drive it by.
Wow.
And Nova Scotia is going to steal the win here in 10. Nova Scotia will go to 4-1, and Galusha will fall to 2-3. And hugs all around as he told you, Galusha, this will be her final.
You are going to be so ready.
Scotties.
Tight, hard.
Really close to winning this game. Oh,
Maybe
just
top
missed
eight.
it.
Maybe top eight. Not fair. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's good. Really good.
Pretty good.
Did you get a
I
ton?
think we just gotta hammer it.
Yeah, that's not where they wanted that.
The only thing is it might take that and leave that shot. But right on the nose, we gotta create space.
A piece.
What's that?
I'm missing a piece.
Okay, or just play it. Yeah. Firm?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't nose it with firm.
Do you need to nose it? Like, what about high side? Bang it out of there.
They'd love to keep their shooter there if they could.
Right.
That'd be a great spot to promote later. I think that's the plan.
But you'd have that red at the top, too.
It's going to catch their rock that's top button on the way by.
A little bit.
Gary just said they need to create some space around the button
That's
here.
just, yeah, exactly.
Yes, good. Oh! Close. Curl.
Val Sweet, final third rock, third stone here in the 10th. Looking for a combination here, make some things move.
Good shot. Good.
And they unlock several stones. It is Einarson, still the shot stone. Now just biting the pinhole.
Yeah, the red wasn't going too far, and now you've got some options.
Okay, you got it. Feel like a high
Don't
four.
think corner freezing that top's the worst.
5-4, 5-4. Okay.
Freezing, Joanne?
Yeah, freeze right on the nose of the red shot rock.
Look
Okay,
at that.
so if
Okay.
she is
Every
never
stone
top.
is in play.
Shorts
My
for this.
goodness.
Yeah. Tay said it's like
Nothing at the bumper.
5-5.
This is run pretty quick unless you get tight here.
I just gave you a 14 on my last, so just in there.
There's a center guard could be raised for Carrie Einarson. Tough. The yellow, yellow, red, yellow.
I like it.
I don't think they have much on the right-hand side.
Kate Cameron.
Room right now.
Her first.
Back four. Room. Back
Close.
four.
Close.
Really close. Stay close, Ken.
Yep.
Back four.
Yep. Yep.
Finally.
Whoa.
Back four.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Close.
Whoa, whoa.
Almost
Curl.
back. No. Curl.
Curl! Curl, curl, curl. Hard curl.
And
Okay. Sorry.
chips it back, still leaves.
Okay.
Einarson sitting the one, albeit now back of the butt.
Well, if ours is there, it's pretty good.
I think we play the drop first. Yeah. Okay. 15.
There's not
yeah,
a realistic
15 's good.
shot on the right-hand side to
It's
get
really
rid of the
straight, like it's patient.
Kate
Yeah.
Cameron yellow. This is a bit of a setup shot here, I believe.
Do we ever hit those yellows and roll in, or?
Unless, like, I was thinking we could.
Well, really a story, game story of two halves. First belonging to Cameron, up 7-2 at the half. And then Einarson coming back. Wonderful shot in 6 to get the 3. Cameron can't get herself, as we say, out of trouble, gives up another 3. And so here we sit. It's also that ability now of Einarson, who very much struggled with last rock conversion, getting it together today, and to convert almost at a 70% clip. The game story is brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995.
Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Hard. Hard.
Oh. I don't know if it got there for second. I don't believe it is.
They are?
We are. Yeah.
You sure?
No, they're second. They're second.
Oh, you think?
Come off the yellow.
Then off that? I think so.
We don't have a ton of time here, so.
Yeah.
Okay, if you believe that, how does that
Right?
change things,
Yeah.
Joe, at all? Do you?
Or slam what I see of
Cameron?
this, but it probably
They
jams.
believe that they're sitting
Where
1-2.
do you pop this one out?
Einarson, what's the difference
gotta
in the
throw the
call,
out.
if any?
Okay, edge of the rock.
Well, they need to make a move so that they're not sitting 2, Vic.
Oh, okay.
If they thought that they were
gotta
second, you
try.
might see
They're
a
only 2, so we gotta
guard get played on that left-hand side of the sheet so that Carrie Einarson can't play the red onto their yellow.
Yeah, we got to try to do something. They're lane 2.
And yeah, that's just the issue. They don't have a lot of time to look at everything.
Where's that top?
make
The
this
red that was
real
just
thin, Tay.
thrown.
Yep.
Is it going to tick those side yellows? That's an issue too. You might not want to throw a bullet here because you want to keep your whatever second or third rock in play.
Whoa, up, yes!
Here we go. Final stone for Cameron. They believe right now that Einarson is sitting 2. Cullen, late licks. Oh, and she'll just run everything by. Now you have to throw it or you just touch it up.
Well, I'd take an awfully good look because if you're 2, you don't have to throw it.
I don't believe it. They are, honestly.
They must not either because they're making a play here.
No, I don't think so.
Same shot? Yeah, same shot.
Kate.
Same weight? Yep, yep.
Didn't need that speed.
We just didn't have much time to go through all that.
You gotta care. You gotta
But
care.
you got to
Go
touch it now. You got to get there and softly touch it.
Yeah, I can't touch your back one out of the button.
Although I guess too, Rush, you could afford to touch it sideways
Yes,
and move the yellow a little bit.
That's the key here. If your hair heavy, you're probably wide, and you could tick it sideways. That's right.
Final stone, sitting 1 for sure. Trying to
Back there.
just touch her own
Back
up.
Whoa. Back 4. Yeah. Whoa.
Burgess.
Little hot. Yep.
Burgess again.
I hear you. Yes. High sign. I hear you. Stay down.
They hear it. Do we hear it? Have we got the win? Yes, they do. What a comeback. Carrie Einarson. Down 7-2. Comes back with 8 second-half points.
Boy, some brilliant shot making from the skipper in the last half of this game.
There you go. Haven't seen that at all this week from the 4-time Canadian champion. Einarson is your winner to improve her record now to 3-2. Make the final. Einarson 10-9 over camera on this Tuesday night here in Thunder Bay. Wow. And what did Christina Black pull out of her hat? A little black magic to go to 4-1 to tie Inglis, and St. George is a winner. Look at now, Einarson. Hey, and if it ended right now, this is a great example. If it ended right now, who would get that spot? Einarson ahead of Cameron. Why? Because she beat her in the round robin. On the other side, it's Holman on top with 5 straight wins.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Well, hugs all around for Mom. Husband Kyle and Chloe and Cameron, the twins, are now 11 years old. We've grown up with them, haven't we? Tomorrow, we'll start day 6. Kathy, Brian, 9 a.m. Rachel Holman. 5 straight wins against Corinne Brown and a Kamloops at 4-1. As we start to head towards the playoffs on Friday. So many games, all of them important, of course. That's when they join you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. What an evening of curling. What a comeback for Carrie Einarson. Couple of 3s and a deuce in 10 to win it. So until we talk with you again tomorrow, 3 draws starting at 9 a.m. Thank you very much for joining us. The Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship, is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.